22 years ago, a young Andrew Starkey negotiated a lease and deal for the Palm Springs Power to play at Palm Springs Stadium. They started playing games here at 2004, and for the 21 years since, they've become a juggernaut. They've become one of the most prolific and dynamic college baseball summer league teams that you can see in the Valley, and they have become, most recently, back-to-back CPCL champions. Right now, here is the day that we've all been waiting for. Welcome into Championship Sunday, everybody. I'm Stephen Buxton, joined by Charlie Gonzalez, and today's the day. We've got Game 1 right now, and the Power play for a 9th championship in their program history and a 3rd straight CPCL championship. They've won the last 2. They've won the only 2 in history of the CPCL, and Casey Dill and the guys out there are going to try and make it a three-peat. They're trying to really run the table in playoff games and complete what has been a nearly perfect July.
Yeah, it came close to it being a perfect July. The one thing we got to remember, though, is, as you said, CPCL, the Palm Springs Power, are the only champions in the history of that league so far, and they're looking to remain undefeated. They do not want to be knocked off their throne. A three-peat would be really special here.
Again, it's an organization that's been borderline dynastic, led by Andrew Starkey, and then on the field by men like Ron Gurley and most recently Casey Dill, Reed Santos, and Sam DiMatteo. And under Casey Dill, it's been 4 championships. They've got 10 all-time championships, 4 under Casey Dill, 2 CPCL championships. They're going for a 3rd right now, and this is one of the teams that can play against any team in the country, basically the Power. And right now, one of the best foes that they've seen all season long, the Inland Valley Pirates. There's been history. They played last week on the road in UC Riverside. They played yesterday a 3-1 win against the Pirates in Game 1 of the championship series. That was at Citrus College, but we've got 2 games at home possibly here today. They won it on the road last year. They won it on the road the year before. Right now trying to win it in front of the home crowd. We'll have first pitch and lineups in just a couple moments. We'll be right back after the national anthem. We have made it to the final day of the season. Welcome on into everybody. Championship Sunday here in Palm Springs. It's been practically tradition at this point. The Palm Springs Power playing for yet another championship, whether they've been an independent, whether it's been in the Southern California Collegiate League, or most recently in the CPCL. All the Power have done since its inception has been dominate. They've been winners, and they have done the little things right. Trevor Eby on the mound today, facing off against this lineup for the Inland Valley Pirates. Leading off, Esteban Olazaba playing third base, Hunter Meyer batting second, in center field, Mason Greenhouse in left field batting third, Cole Howarth batting fourth at first base, Darren Osterloh at second base batting fifth, Isaiah Walls at shortstop, Mark DiCarlo at DH, and Cody White 6 through 8 in the lineup. And then Ashton Romero rounding out the bottom of the lineup. The Power defense looks like this. Garrett Bavacqua in left field, Miles Walton and Grayson Gegg in center in right. Austin Haller and Mark Kirkland man the corners at third and first. Mike Gonzalez getting the start at shortstop today, and Dalton Thomas one last time getting that start at second base. Matt Chavez will do the catching for Trevor Eby on the mound. And Charlie, we've been waiting for this day. There's been times this season where there's almost been doubt whether the Power would make the playoffs, but a near miraculous July has them here.
Yep, and they ended the regular season 4-0 against the two teams that really were the biggest thorn in their side, the Inland Valley Legends and then the Inland Valley Pirates, and here they are, one win away from a three-peat to start off the existence of the CPCL. Now, once again, something to keep in mind, if there's any team that can make it difficult for the Power to win, it's been the Inland Valley Pirates. They won back-to-back games here to go up 2-0 in the series this year. The doubleheader that you called at UC Riverside with Justin, they won those, and then the Power won road game yesterday. So the road team has won each game thus far, and the Power are looking to end that streak right here.
Esteban Olazaba steps up for the first at-bat of the day. Trevor Eby finishes his warm-up pitches and gets set. And we're about to get going here in Palm Springs. Championship game, a beautiful day, and a solid crowd filing in. Olazaba not quite ready for that first pitch, but he played both games in that doubleheader in UCR. He did play yesterday as well. He's been really the prototypical leadoff hitter for the Pirates. But you said it, Charlie. The Pirates, the Bucks, the Legends have all been a thorn in the Power's side over recent years. And the Power trying to put the final touches on it. First pitch, a curveball outside by Eby, and we're off now and rolling. First pitch at 4:05 p.m. is a ball outside.
Yeah, I talked to Trevor Eby before the game, and he said he wants to start out early in the game most of the batter he faces with the curveball, and then later in the count finish him off with the fastball. And so he's sticking to his plan.
1-0 pitch, a slider that darts out of the zone. He's behind 2-0 to the speedy Olazaba. He runs fairly well for a third baseman, but again, the main thing with him is he just puts the ball in play. 2-0 count, nobody out, nobody on. First inning of the championship game. Ball three outside, went with the fastball there and just pulled it.
Yeah. Spoke to Casey Dill ahead of the game too, and he was in good spirits. He was in his office with his feet up on the desk, and he says, just go about this game like any other game. But if there's any game to play your best, it's today.
3-0 pitch, a fastball, catches the outside half of the zone. It's 3-1 now, and that's kind of been a traditional mindset for Casey Dill. He takes it one game at a time. He doesn't exactly weigh on the stakes, but he knows the guys will get ready themselves. He knows that they know how to get ready, and all they need to do is just listen to what needs to get done. Ball four in the dirt outside, and that's a 5-pitch walk to start the championship. Game 2 for Olazaba.
And Kenny Keller was on the mound to start yesterday, and neither of I would have liked to go, but neither of us were at that field. Citrus College, the field parameters were very different, so for both teams, not really used to playing on a field that's smaller than this one, then coming to this major league stadium, a major league size stadium, it's definitely going to change a lot of the game plan.
First pitch to Hunter Meyer is a fastball down below the zone, ball one. Again, nobody out, no score so far. Second batter of the game 2 of this championship series. Hunter Meyer playing center field today. That's ball 1. 1-0 pitch, just low again. He's ran behind 2-0 to both batters so far. And you said it, Charlie. Kenny Keller got the start yesterday. Trevor Eby gets the start today. A couple local guys, or guys with local ties, getting the starts today, or in this championship series. And
he's having trouble finding his zone on his curveball, and right now he's just the best thing he can do is hope get something kind of high in the zone, hope for a ground out play.
3-0 pitch, a fastball over the heart of the plate. It's 3-1 once again. Still nobody out, and Eby out of San Marcos in his 6th start of the season, 10th game of the season, has been a workhorse for the Power. 3-1 pitch down below the zone, and back-to-back 5-pitch walks to start the game.
There haven't been any swings yet. Both strikes were looking, and both at bats so far have started the same way. There was 3 balls, then strike 1, then ball 4 to both Olazaba and Meyer, and they're going to have an infield meeting.
Reed Santos, the pitching coach, coming out to talk to his infield and most importantly talk to Trevor Eby on the mound, who has not had this kind of start to a game in a while on the season. 32 strikeouts to 6, 31 in a third innings. He's been a strike thrower, he's been reliable, and he's been outstanding in run prevention. A 2.30 ERA in those 31 and a third innings. He's been one of the Power's top arms, and you can see why they're going to him in this game.
And Mike Gonzalez is running over to the dugout to get something for Trevor Eby. Over in the bullpen, we could see our first relief pitcher be James Williams later on in this game. We see him warming up right now. We're still in timeout. By the way, these two teams, for those not watching on YouTube and listening to us on Fox Sports 1270 AM radio, they're both wearing white pants with red uniforms. The one key difference, though, is the Power uniforms. They have white sleeves and with the white numbers, but the Pirates have all red and just the white on the numbers. So it looks like kind of an inter-squad, like offense on defense matchup scrimmage for football, or even like college baseball in the fall.
And it looked like Mike Gonzalez brought out a water bottle for Trevor Eby. It is an earlier start than usual. They are all in the sun right now, so Eby getting some quick hydration there, and right now he's got to get some strikes and get out of a jam. Runners on first and second now for Mason Greenhouse. Runner on second is Olazaba. Runner on first is Hunter Meyer. And we've got no outs in the first inning. Eby's first pitch popped up to the right side. That's going to go out of play and behind the stands. Strike 1, and for the first time today, a first pitch strike. Eby exactly 2-1 on balls to strikes thrown on this season. He's thrown 423 pitches. 242 of them have been strikes, and he evens up the count there. It's outside and low for ball 1, 1-1 count.
Mason Greenhouse played yesterday, one of the late season acquisitions for the Inland Valley Pirates, and has made certainly an impact on the team. That's why he's in the lineup, much like some of the Power players.
1-1 pitch. He fights that off. It's right in the line foul, but takes a right turn to stay foul and not have a chance to land in. Goes right over towards that Inland Valley bullpen, and their first base coach is going to jog down and get that ball. 1-2 count.
Yeah, some of these players, like I was saying, like Greenhouse for them, and then for us, like Andrew Rivas and Matt Chavez and Garrett Bavacqua, they weren't at the bulk of the season, but they're these late contributors that made an impact. And
through the changeup, gets him swinging there. They throw down to third on the double steal, but not in time to get Esteban Olazaba. Some nifty base running from the Pirates. Has 2 runners in scoring position now, but 1 out after the check swing by Mason Greenhouse. He did go around.
And that double steal, they were ready for that, and he was just hoping that they didn't make contact on the ball, because then they had to go. And Casey Dill is out there talking to the home plate umpire about something. Can't tell what it is. He's pointing to his catcher, Matt Chavez, and right now waiting for his at-bat to start is Cole Howarth. I'm not sure what they're discussing, but
looks like there might have been some issue that he's taking with how the batter was still in the way of Chavez. I'm not exactly sure. But early on, already some controversy in this game, at least on the power coaching staff standpoint. But we've got 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position. Meyer on second, Olazaba on first, and Cole Howarth coming up to the plate. The big right-handed bat playing first base today. He was a contributor in both the games at UC Riverside. Power for the first time in a couple years, playing for a championship at home. First pitch, a curveball falls out of the sky for strike one. 0-1 count, 1 out.
You know, on deck is Darren Osterloh. Yeah, no force out, runners at third and second.
Howarth watches a slider stay on that corner of the zone. A good job by Chavez framing it up there, and he gets the strike. It's 0-2 now.
And this is, you were kind of alluding to it earlier, how this is the first 4 p.m. start time for any game throughout this season for PSCL or the Power. And definitely not, the players aren't used to it.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night to Cole Howarth. Goes down on 3 pitches, and back-to-back sliders from Trevor Eby. Get him swinging there.
That's what Eby was telling me, like exactly. He saw the curveball, he didn't have command of the zone with it. Instead, he doesn't want to be too predictable early on with the fastball, so he throws in a slider, and that's what's working. And you have another right-handed batter to try it against, too.
Darren Osterloh out of Riverside City College, familiar with a couple guys on this Power squad, stepping up for his first at-bat of the day, the 5th batter of the game. And we've got 2 outs. First pitch, a fastball on the outer half of the zone. It's 0-1. And Charlie, since that meeting on the mound, Trevor Eby much more precise. He's been hitting the strike zone much more often and back-to-back strikeouts, most importantly. 2 outs in the top of the first. 0-1 pitch. A perfect fastball just stays on the outer half of that zone, and it's 0-2 now.
For all we know, Mike Gonzalez went and got a Snickers. He says, hey, you're not you when you're hungry. Have a Snickers. And then, boom, he just completely transformed.
0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Trevor Eby strikes out the side to start the championship game. He walks the first 2 batters, Olazaba and Meyer. They reach scoring position, but Eby rears back and strikes out the side. We'll be right back going into the bottom of the first here in Palm Springs.
Family setting, you know, we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Bottom of the first in Game 2 of the CPCL Championship Series. Stephen Buxton joined by Charlie Gonzalez. And the Power getting their first at-bats of the day. Austin Haller, Mike Gonzalez, and Miles Walton, the first 3 due up. against a guy who absolutely shut them down for 6 innings at UCR, Andrew Phillips. He was the Game 2 starter and provided a phenomenal effort, going 6 innings, allowing 1 run, and he throws ball 1, a curveball outside to Haller. Power lineup going against this Inland Valley pitching. Austin Haller, Mike Gonzalez, Miles Walton, the first 3. 1-0 pitch is a fastball high and inside to Haller. It's 2-0 now. Mark Kirkland cleaning it up. Matt Chavez, Andrew next 3. And rounding out the bottom of the lineup, Grayson Gegg and Dalton Thomas. 2-0 pitch. Fastball blazes right over the heart of the zone. It's 2-1. Defensively for the Inland Valley Pirates, it's Whitemeyer and Greenhouse from left to right in the outfield. 2-1 pitched from Phillips, a fastball that doesn't catch the zone. Turns a little bit outside. It's 3-1 now. On the infield, Olazaba and Howarth man in the corners. Walls and Osterloh up the middle, and Romero behind the plate. 3-1 pitch from Andrew Phillips. Fought off foul that's going to go past the power bullpen and into the stands. Counts ran full now.
And there's the first full count of the game, and you know the way Trevor Eby was able to adjust after throwing. He threw 10 pitches against the first 2 batters. Only 2 of them were strikes. Then went back, struck out 2 of them on just 3 pitches. So now Andrew Phillips has to look to respond.
Phillips working hard against Austin Haller now. He just fouled that one off, so we will see a 7th pitch of this at-bat. Haller takes a check swing, looks at his bat, steps into the box. Payoff pitch here, and that one runs inside. A full count walk for Haller starts the day for the Power offensively. And I mentioned that the last time Andrew Phillips was out of Santa Ana College, he went 6 innings, allowed 2 hits, just 1 earned run. He walked 3, he struck out 6, and the Power couldn't figure out anything against him in that second game of the doubleheader at UCR. Mike Gonzalez steps up to the plate for his first time, playing shortstop today, and Charlie, he's really heated up over the last couple games. Squares up to bunt, hits that one down the left side, and it's a beaut. It's going to be a tough play from third base, but they get him in time. Olazaba to Howarth, but Mike Gonzalez does his job. He moves Austin Haller to second.
That was good awareness, too, by Olazaba because he saw the bunt. He moved closer to the base, and luckily for him, the ball went down the third baseline, not the first baseline, as it sometimes does, and so he was able to tag him out, but it does move Haller into scoring position.
Miles Walton steps up to the box with a runner in scoring position and 1 out in the first inning. Power trying to strike and give Trevor Eby an early lead. First pitch is a curveball that floats a little bit outside. It's 1-0. And Charlie, I cut you off there, but Mike Gonzalez, whether it's been getting on in any way possible or just productive outs like that, he's been a machine for this offense as that one's outside for ball 2.
Yeah, usually the mindset when you start out with a team, whether it's for the summer or in college, at the start of a year, you want to come out blazing, like make an impact early, and then you kind of settle in and get to realize it's not always about swinging for the fences. It's sometimes just getting on base or getting those sacrifice hits, the little things that move your team forward in the standings. A
changeup by Phillips catches the outer half of the zone, and it's 2-1 now to Miles Walton. And it's an approach that really, really benefits this Power squad. 2-1 pitch right up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. They're waving Haller around to come home. Throw is in time to the plate. They put on the stop sign really late. Casey Dill was waving Haller around, but it was a perfect throw by Meyer. So he pulled the brakes quickly, and Haller retreated back to third. Runners on the corners now.
That was a really difficult play to gauge because we could see how quick that arm came around. Meyer in center field just zipped it, almost like as fast as a pitcher would throw it. And good eyes by Haller. He stayed where he was. He could have gone home. The throw was in time, but offline.
In a season with so many returners, so many guys with a ton of experience, one of the members of that old guard stepping up right now as he fouls off the first pitch. Mark Kirkland coming up for what's going to be the last time in a Power uniform. 4th season with the organization, coming out of Redlands College. He's been a machine for them, and right now batting cleanup. He takes strike 2 low. It's 0-2 now. 1 out and runners on the corners. Both of them can run well. Haller at third, Walton at first. Kirkland at the plate in the bottom of the first inning. Walton running. Kirkland hits that one up the middle. There's going to be no double play, and that gets through into the outfield. Here comes Austin Haller. It's 1-0 Power.
And he waited on that because that was a playable ball for Isaiah Walls, a shortstop. The issue was he was kind of focused on where Miles Walton was, and he didn't field it properly, and that allowed the run to come home, and now they're going to talk on the mound.
RBI single, Mark Kirkland. The Power gets the offense started in the bottom of the first inning. It's 1-0, and how big is that early steal by Miles Walton? He immediately broke up the double play, and at that point, it was kind of a bit of mayhem at second base. That ball kind of squeaked through there, and it got into the outfield, and at that point, it's all you need to score Austin. Matt Chavez coming up to the plate, catching today for the man on the mound, Trevor Eby, out of Cal Baptist. Matt Chavez has been as solid as they come out of Cal Baptist University.
One thing to keep in mind, though, is had that been a split second later that Miles Walton started running, then it would have been just a normal advance and not a stolen base. And because he stole it, threw off the shortstop, and that was the key on that play.
First two pitches called strikes against Chavez. It's 0-2. One out and runners on first and second. Walton at second. Kirkland at first with just one out in the bottom of the first inning. Phillips on the mound, fires, double steal there, chopper down the left side. That's going to be fielded by Olazaba. A tough play to throw down to first, and it's not in time. Olazaba checked down to third to see if there was a chance to get Walton, and that hesitation was just enough for Matt Chavez to be safe.
And that, because of the bounce, that was the key factor on that play as to why it unfolded the way it did. The throw, unfortunately, Olazaba had to wait for the ball to come back down. He did not want to over-pursue and have it go behind him. That would have resulted in a run coming, so he just settled to attempt the tag out, and it was unsuccessful.
With a 1-0 lead in the championship game, the Power have the bases loaded and Andrew Rivas at the plate. One out, and the pitcher from Phillips is high and inside. It's 1-0. Rivas, one of the handful of returners this season. He's played the last 2 summers out here in Palm Springs, out of UC Riverside, and since he's come to the Power this season, he's been fantastic. He's been a guy that you can't take out of the lineup, and a fastball is called for a strike against him. It's 1-1 now. He showed up at a time when the Power were starting to sputter a little bit, but he brought some pop with that left-handed bat, and a check swing there goes off the top of the net. It's 1-2 now. Two home runs on the season for the business and finance major out of UC Riverside. Right now trying to add on to this Power lead. 1-2 pitch to Rivas. Grounder down the right side. That's going to get past the glove of Howarth into right field. 1 run scores. Here comes Mark Kirkland. It's 3-0 Power.
That's going to be an error on the first baseman, Howarth. It's a bouncer that just bounced right in front of his glove. He could not get his glove above it to stop it from going behind him. As a result, 2 runs score, and there's still 1 out.
An all-time bad break over there at first base. Howarth looked like he had the play made, but it just skips above his glove. It looked like it kicked off the glove to get even higher. And once that thing got into the outfield, there was no question of whether or not they were going to send Mark Kirkland. 3-0 Power. Now Garrett Bavacqua comes up to the plate. Bavacqua sends that one up the middle, but this could be 2. 6-3, and they end the inning. We're off and rolling here in Palm Springs. It's 3-0 Power. To the second inning we go. We'll be right back on 1270 AM Fox Sports.
Somewhere down there is you. And just like us, you're an amazing Palm Springs vacation home. I bet we have a lot in common. Elevated, yet down to earth. A place to soak it up, sip it down, and make a splash. A place where staying in is even better than going out. Not just a place for visiting, a place for living in the moment. That moment when vacation dreams become reality. You're one of Palm Springs' best kept secrets. Let's show you off. Because you're so much more than just a home. You're a destination. You're an adventure. You're an idyllic escape. You're a happy place.
Need a garage door replaced or repaired? Then go to Overhead Door Company. We do it all. Repairs, service, new installs, retrofits, and more. For over 100 years, Overhead Door has been committed to bringing you the best in residential garage doors, commercial doors, openers, and accessories. Whether you need a stylish new garage door for your home, a more energy-efficient commercial door for your business, or a better integrated door system for your industrial application, remember, if you don't see the red ribbon logo, you are not getting the genuine, the original overhead door products and service you need. Look for the red ribbon for products that are reliable and safe. Our service technicians are trained, knowledgeable, and background checked. Our continued success is due to our exceptional employees. Call 760-772-3667. Overhead Door Company. We sell the best and service the rest.
Look out to the leader. Overhead Door.
Top of the second inning, Trevor Eby back out on the mound with a 3-0 lead. 3 hits and an error for the Power. Score 3 runs. One of them earned, but the other 2 unearned on that error. For Trevor Eby, he doesn't care how they come to the plate. It just matters that he's got a lead here in the championship game. Ball 1, a fastball that he skipped in the dirt in front of the plate. It's 1-0. Mark DiCarlo, Cody White due up. Ashton Romero will come to the plate if one of them can reach, and that one's up the middle. That's going to land into center field for a leadoff single.
First hit of the day comes on an odd bloop hit, and it looked like it was going to curve and hang enough in the air for Dalton Thomas or Mike Gonzalez to get underneath it, but then as the trajectory stayed dead center over second base, it was clear that it was going to land and not be caught.
First 2 runners reached in this game, Esteban Olazaba and Hunter Meyer on back-to-back 5-pitch walks. It looked like Trevor Eby might not have it today, and a meeting on the mound occurred, and since then he's struck out the side there and allowed that first hit to Isaiah Wallace. First pitch is down and inside to Mark DiCarlo, 1-0. Mark DiCarlo, the designated hitter today and 7-hitter in the Pirates lineup. Swings at that 1-0 pitch and fouls it off down the left side. It goes over towards our concession stand. It's 1-1. DiCarlo out of RCC once again. A handful of guys on this team out of that school. One of the better community college programs in Southern California.
Yeah, left-handed batter. He's going to try to look to exploit that gap.
And he does there into left center field. That gets down in front of Miles Wallen. Going from first to third is Isaiah Walls. And back-to-back runners reach. Runners on the corners now for Cody White with no outs in the first.
Well, I said he would exploit a gap. He did, but not the one I was thinking of. As the hit occurred mid-sentence, I was thinking he was going to get it in the 3-4 gap past Thomas and Kirkland into right field. But that one into the left field's actually just as good. Because even though it's in the side closer to third base, Isaiah Wallace still manages to get to third.
As they did in the first inning, the first 2 runners reach against Trevor Eby. Now Cody White up to the plate with runners on the corners, nobody out, and he slashes that one foul. 0-1 is the count. We've already seen a handful of pitches from Eby. We've seen the fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup. He's one of the guys who really throws the kitchen sink at you. 0-1 count. Eby set and fires down and away. It's 1-1. Early on, it's looking like that might be the miss for Eby. Down and away. Or down and in on lefties, down and away on righties. He managed to clean it up after the first 2 in the first inning, though. 1-1 pitch. A half-hearted hack and a miss there. It's 1-2 now.
If he can get himself out of the hole that he was in, in the first inning, then this was going to be a tremendous way to handle pressure. Because as you mentioned, both runners were in scoring position and neither scored.
1-2 pitch from Eby. Cut on and just barely got a piece of that one. They're not going to say it's a foul ball. It bounced off the plate. 1 run comes in to score, and he struck him out, but Cody White reaches first base on the drop third strike.
Yeah, that's a very bizarre occurrence. They thought he had a piece of it, and he was kind of like, did I get a piece of it? Did I not? Is it a fair ball? And then finally the home plate umpire says, yes, it's a fair ball. So, and the run scores, that was a very bizarre play.
3-1 now is the first run of the ball game for the Pirates. Comes in to score on a strange play. Everyone in the building thought that Cody White got a piece of it, but Cody White ran down to first. That one's driven into deep center field, going back on him, Miles Wall, and that one's off the bottom of the wall. 1 run will score. It's 3-2. One out double to Ashton Romero. And now there's runners in scoring position and a 1-run game now.
Yeah, that bizarre play, had there been a little bit better communication, and granted, it's not exactly Matt Chavez's fault because how often do you see a swinging strikeout where it's also a kind of a wild pitch that the catcher then has to get, and he thought the batter made contact on it? That's a really bizarre play.
So we've got 1 out now. Cody White was out on that strikeout. They did not rule him safe at second base, so the runners did score on that pass ball. First pitch to Esteban Olazaba is in the dirt, counts 1-0. Some movement in the power bullpen already. James Williams up and warming, and looks like a couple other guys starting to move around. Tying run at second, top of the lineup up for the Inland Valley Pirates. Olazaba ahead 1-0. Second pitch, first strike for Eby. Counts 1-1 now. 1 out on that strikeout to Cody White. One and one pitch from Eby. Up the middle, that's going to get by Gonzalez into the outfield for a hit. They're waving around Romero, and this is a tie game. RBI single Esteban Olazaba. We're tied at 3 here in the second.
You never count the Pirates out, and right now we already have more runs scored through 1.1 innings than we did all of yesterday. There is a 3-1 win yesterday for the Power. Now it's tied at 3 apiece, and we're going to have another infield meeting. Here comes Casey Dill, and Austin Haller's also walking out to the mound to talk to Trevor.
Entire infield coming in, second meeting of the day, and after just an inning and a third, Trevor Eby's day is over. Looks like James Williams coming into the game. We'll be right back after he warms up.
Somewhere down there is you. And just like us, you're an amazing Palm Springs vacation home. I bet we have a lot in common. Elevated, yet down to earth. A place to soak it up, sip it down, and make a splash. A place where staying in is even better than going out. Not just a place for visiting, a place for living in the moment. That moment when vacation dreams become reality. You're one of Palm Springs' best kept secrets. Let's show you off. Because you're so much more than just a home. You're a destination. You're an adventure. You're an idyllic escape. You're a happy place.
Need a garage door replaced or repaired? Then go To overdo it all. Repairs, service, new installs, retrofits, and more. For over 100 years, Overhead Door has been committed to bringing you the best in residential garage doors, commercial doors, openers, and accessories. Whether you need a stylish new garage door for your home, a more energy-efficient commercial door for your business, or a better integrated door system for your industrial application, remember, if you don't see the red ribbon logo, you are not getting the genuine, the original Overhead Door products and service you need. Look for the red ribbon for products that are reliable and safe. Our service technicians are trained, knowledgeable, and background checked. Our continued success is due to our exceptional employees. Call 760-772-3667. Overhead Door Company. We sell the best and service the rest.
Look out to the leader. Overhead Door.
We're back to square one here in the second inning. Tie ball game. It's 3-3. Trevor Eby's day is done after just 31 pitches. 1 in the third innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. He's got 3 earned runs on his ledger, but he is responsible for the runner on first. Welcome on in James Williams to the CPCL playoffs. The big right-hander fires in ball 1 inside to Hunter Meyer.
And we're going to get the final line for Trevor Eby once the conclusion of this inning, or if Esteban Olazaba scores, as he's stat runner will still be charged to Eby.
Tie ball game in the second inning, 1 out, and a changeup just floats a little bit too high there. It's 2-0. James Williams out of College of the Desert, 6'2", 200 pounds, and he's been really solid for the Power. 6 games, this is his 7th, 14 2/3 innings, an ERA just under 2.5. Runner is going, a chopper down the left side, bumps, and he just slaps that over towards the mound, but able to stay with it. That's going to be an infield single for Hunter Meyer. Runner's on first and second now.
That could have gone either way, honestly, just because you see the speed at which Mike Gonzalez is running, and the ball was playable. But, yeah, because it was a difficult play to make, and the pitcher, James Williams, wisely stayed out of that one. It would have been tough to go off the mound the opposite direction. And as a result, yeah, 2 runners on. The leading runner now in scoring position.
One of those plays that it's just really difficult to make, mostly because of how far back Mike Gonzalez was playing and how weakly that ball was hit. He had to run about a mile to get to the thing, and he got to it and just couldn't make the play. Hunter Meyer runs really well, so he was practically already at first base, and the 0-1 pitch is lined up the middle. That's going to get into the outfield and score at least 1. Coming around third to home is Olazaba, and the Pirates take the lead. It's 4-3. RBI single, Mason Greenhouse.
Mason Greenhouse, he struck out swinging in his first plate appearance. Now he's 1 for 2, and he brings home the leading run. And now this is the first time the Power are trailing here today.
It's a familiar spot. The Power trailed all game against the Pirates in that doubleheader against them at UCR. But right now in the championship game, they need to get to work on offense. 4-3 is the score. And fastball up and inside to Cole Howarth. It's 1-0. 2 runners on. Hunter Meyer at second. Mason Greenhouse at first. And that does it for Trevor Eby's line. The final line, 1 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, as that one's drilled down the right side, and that's going to bounce on the warning track, roll all the way to the wall. Grayson Gegg fields it and throws it in, but not in time to score another run. It's 5-3 Inland Valley. Hunter Meyer scores. Mason Greenhouse to third. RBI double Cole Howarth.
One thing, though, to keep in mind for the Power, they may have given up 5 unanswered runs here in this top second, but something they always do is respond even stronger than what the previous team did. Just look at what happened against the Stars on Friday. They tied the game up, and then in the bottom of the 7th, they scored 5, and they would never look back.
Power behind early in the championship game. Ground ball to Austin Haller. He gets the out there, throw down to first, and they double him up. A brilliant play by Austin Haller.
Impeccable. And it was like Mason Greenhouse had nothing to do. All he could think of was, I'm going to advance, but then he made the wrong decision to go back and thinking that he would just throw it to first and he'd be safe.
Austin Haller bails out his pitcher with runners on the corners. He tags Mason Greenhouse on the hard ground ball, throws it down to first, and in time to get Darren Osterloh. A great play gets us through the top of the second inning. Power down 2, it's 5-3. You're listening on AM 1270 Fox Sports.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together. A whirlwind of a first inning and a half here in Palm Springs has us at 5-3. Power tack on 3 in the first inning, and then the Pirates get to work quickly. They send all 9 to the plate. 5 of them score. A brilliant double play by Austin Haller. Gets the power out of it without further damage. Grayson Gegg and Dalton Thomas leading it off this inning. Gegg takes ball 1 downstairs. It's 1-0. Gegg, then Thomas, then the top of the lineup. Haller will be up this inning against Andrew Phillips. Second pitch, called a strike on the outer half of the plate. It's 1-1. Welcome back in, everybody. Stephen Buxton, joined by Charlie Gonzalez at beautiful Palm Springs Stadium. 1-1 pitch is in the dirt. It's 2-1 now. Charlie, Grayson Gegg, about a month ago, you wouldn't have expected him to be the starter in this championship game, as that one's outside for ball 3. But really over the last 3 weeks or so, he's been one of the 3 or 4 hottest hitters on the team. 3-1 pitch outside for ball 4. A 5-pitch walk gets the second inning started for the Power.
Yeah, saw him over by the visitors' batting cages and said, "What's up, Grayson?" Says, "Hey, how you doing? You ready for this?" I'm like, "Yeah, good luck today." He seemed like he was in good spirits, and now he gets on base with a walk on his first time, and now the tying run, Dalton Thomas, coming to the plate.
Dalton Thomas, the tying run, and just like Mark Kirkland, just like Richie Amavisca, or possibly Johnny Young if we see those two, it's really one last ride for these guys. Thomas bunts it right up the middle, back to the mound. Andrew Phillips from his backside throws it down to first. Howarth digs it out to get the out, but another productive out for the Power gets Grayson Gegg to second.
The problem with that one, because he was looking to throw it over to second to get the leading runner out, Grayson Gegg. Instead, he settles to throw it to first because he kind of fell right on the edge and then just kind of loops it over like he's sitting down playing Duck, Duck, Goose.
A solid play by Andrew Phillips. He does stay with that ball and doesn't commit an error or really allow anything further to happen. But again, Dalton Thomas does his job, and Austin Haller takes strike 1 on the corner. 0-1, Haller walked in that first inning. A 7-pitch at-bat. Was moved over to second by Mike Gonzalez in a pretty similar play, and
He scored on the RBI single by Mark Kirkland. Second pitch, a ball inside. It's 1-1 now. Austin Howler's quickly become a fan favorite. Again, he doesn't have the tenure that some of these other guys have, like specifically Mark Kirkland, specifically Dalton Thomas, as he gets under that one, flies it out to left center field. That one's going to go over the head of Cody White and fall to the ground. Going first to third is Grayson Gegg. He'll stay there, as Gegg didn't know if he could advance on that ball until it fell. 2 runners in scoring position now on the double by Austin Howler.
That was close to being an error because it kind of almost bounced out of his glove. It was just a difficult angle for him to get, and as a result, it's ruled a hit. And yeah, the hesitation by Grayson Gegg is why a run didn't score. But any other time on a hit that far back and one that got behind the left fielder, a run should score. But good. It's better to be safe than sorry.
The hesitation mostly because it looked like he got under that ball and it looked like Cody White was going to catch that easily, but a bad route by the Pirates outfielder allows a double to fall. And now Mike Gonzalez is behind 0-1 after a called strike on a fastball. 2 runners in scoring position. Howler the tying run, and Gonzalez fouls that one off, and it's going to go into the stands down the first base side. 0-2 is the count.
Hit a sacrifice ground out to move Austin Howler into scoring position in the first inning. See if he gets on base here and keeps it going without the need of a sacrifice.
0-2 pitch, 1 out. Gegg at third, and Gonzalez takes a curveball just about 2 inches below the zone. It's 1-2 now.
And they're if you can hear some applauding in the background, because people in the stands are applauding the kid for going to find that foul ball.
1-2 pitch. Gonzalez pops that one up over shallow right field. Going back on that Darren Osterloh. He'll catch it, fire down to home to keep Gegg in place. And we've got 2 outs here in the second.
Miles Walton, the speedster, stole second and third. Then he came home on an error by the first baseman last inning. That was the second run for the Power.
And one of the handful of guys that you really want up to the plate right now for the Power. Miles Walton out of Sacramento State has been one of the 3 or 4 best players all season. 442 batting average coming into the game today, but most importantly, 27 RBIs. Walton takes a curveball over the heart of the zone for strike 1. And since Jamal Ritter left, he's now the fastest player on the team. He leads them in stolen bases, 22 of them on the season. Has only been caught 3 times. 0-1 pitch, runs inside. It's 1-1 now. Walton 1 for 1 on the day. He did score as well on that error that Andrew Rivas induced. 1-1 pitch. Walton watches a wide strike 2 call, but a good job by Romero back there getting that call.
Expect Phillips, because he hasn't had many swinging strikes, so expect him to go with something in the zone to at least if they get a piece of it, you put it right where the strike's supposed to be.
1-2 pitch, and Walton goes the other way into right center field. Gegg scores. Here comes Holler, and this game is tied 5-5 here in the second inning. 2 RBI single for Miles Walton, and once again, we're back at square one, Charlie.
Yes, we are, and part of my mind was thinking, the Power do not want to end this inning the way the Pirates ended the top of the first by leaving 2 runners in scoring position. That Miles Walton had pressure on him. He was 1 strike away from this inning ending, and we've already got 10 runs scored on even through 2 full innings. This is going to be a score fest, it seems like.
Mark Kirkland stepping up in another big spot here. He's got Walton at first, and first pitch shoots that one up the middle for a hit. Back-to-back hits for the Power of runners in first and second for Matt Chavez. Second hit of the day and second hit in as many innings for Mark Kirkland.
And why is the cleanup hitter called the cleanup hitter? Because they clear up the bases. And, Mark Kirkland is probably his last game as a member of the Power, as you mentioned earlier, and he's 2 for 2. He already has an RBI.
He did not clean up there, but again, he gives Matt Chavez the chance to. And a 5-5 game, Chavez takes a curveball on the outer half for strike 1.
Since he's got to Palm Springs, Chavez, 400 batting average, a 476 on base percentage, a 600 slug, and when you've got a catcher with an OPS approaching 1,100, Charlie, you can't ask for more when it's a 1-1 count now.
And Matt Chavez also looking to go 2 for 2, following behind Walton and Kirkland.
Chavez lines that one into right center field. Will it drop? Camping under it is Mason Greenhouse. He had a perfect route at it, and he'll finish the inning there. But the power play 2, we're tied at 5, going into the third inning here on 1270 AM Fox Sports.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyric. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Hey, Coachella Valley, Patrick Summers here, General Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Spring is here and summer is right behind it. Don't get caught with a broken air conditioning system. Call us now. Let us get a tune-up done. We're offering a special for $79. It comes with a seasonal guarantee. Call our team today. Get yourself scheduled before the heat hits. Be proactive, not reactive. Go ahead and book at callthegeneral.com or call our offices and we'll get you taken care of.
On the final day of the season, these teams delivering already. 5-5 score, top of the third inning. And Charlie, so far it's been as evenly matched as you can get. 2 pitchers for the Power, Trevor Eby, James Williams going out for his second inning of work. 7 hits allowed by the Power, 5 runs. And for the Pirates, pretty much the same. 5 runs on 6 hits for the Power. James Williams going out there trying to put up a 0 after the Pirates came storming back. 5 runs in the second inning. They sent all 9 to the plate. And a huge double play by Austin Howler down there at the hot corner ended it with multiple runners on. First pitch, a half-hearted swing and a miss. Isaiah Walls behind 0-1.
And the Inland Valley Pirates, they went through their whole batting order in that top of the second. It's not very often that the Power opponent has done that against them, and you see why they're so formidable right there.
1-1 after the curveball slipped out of James Williams' hands. Went up and inside on Isaiah Walls, who singled on the second pitch he saw in the second inning. He eventually scored on an RBI single, and that one's downstairs. It's ball 2. 2-1 count, nobody on, nobody out. Top of the third inning in Palm Springs. Infield playing straight up, but a wide gap up the middle as Gonzalez and Thomas are both about 30-40 feet away from the bag. 3-1 count now as he misses with another fastball. Tie game at 5, top of the third inning. James Williams fires. Goes with the curveball there, and that one goes just a little bit too low. Pulled the string on it and can't find the strike. Isaiah Walls has reached both times.
Here's Mark DiCarlo, one of several Power players that changed their number. And when there were also a few last names shared, it was kind of confusing writing in the lineup the last couple of times. But they've gotten it all straightened out over the last week or so.
A big left-handed power bat. Mark DiCarlo, the designated hitter today for a talented Inland Valley Pirates team. And already he's gone to work. Down 0-1 as the changeup gets called for a strike on the corner of the plate. But DiCarlo singled and scored in that second inning as well. Again, they sent all 9 to the plate. 5 of them scored, all those runs earned on 7 hits. 0-1 pitch outside. It's 1-1. James Williams out of College of the Desert, a Hope International commit. Played with the PSCL on the Lumberjacks, but he was the College of the Desert's ace this season. 1-1 pitch. Caught the corner. It's 1-2 now. Beautiful curveball there.
It was a risky pitch decision, too, because it's a right-handed pitcher going up against a left-handed batter, and that curved outside, which is more in the range for a left-handed batter to left-handed batter to hit.
Still a perfect spot, though, and gets the called strike. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. That one skips by Chavez, and that's going to allow Isaiah Walls to advance to second. A pass ball by Chavez moves the leadoff runner over 90 feet. It's 2-2 now with a runner on second. Nobody out in the top of the third. Score is 5-5.
Williams waiting for the sign from Chavez.
He gets it. He gets set. Glove at his belt. He looks down to second base. Fires to home. That one's chopped right at Dalton Thomas. Bobbles it. Throws it down to first. And that's going to be in time to get the first out of the inning. A productive out, though, as it moves Walls over to third base.
And Dalton Thomas, he's had a little bit of struggles in the infield as of late, and he bobbles that one. And right there, you see as the infield grass in between first and second base, there's already been a lot of activity over there, and so you're expecting them to kind of be comfortable in that situation, exactly knowing how far a ball will bounce, depending on how fast it's going.
One out, runner on third base, and a great block there by Chavez on the first pitch. Slider down in the zone. It's 1-0. Saved a run there as the ball to Cody White. If that gets past him, it's scoring Walls from third. James Williams just trying to put a stop to this Pirates offense that lit fire in the second inning. Gets the strike there on the fastball. It's 1-1 now. Has one run scored against him. That was Hunter Meyer. Other than that, all the runs on the book of Trevor Eby. Chopper down the line. That gets past the glove of Haller, diving at the bag into left field. That's going to score Walls from third. It's 6-5. RBI single Cody White.
In that particular play, we see Isaiah Walls go back to third thinking it's going to be foul, and then you see his coach, no, it's fair, run. And so that hesitation, obviously, he would have been safe anyway. But at first base, considering exactly where it went, Cody White it's unusual that he's at first and not at second.
It looked like Haller was considering letting it go by, but he did dive at it, tried to make the play, and first pitch swinging there is Hunter Meyer. That one gets into the outfield for a hit. Apologies, that's Ashton Romero, but first to third goes Cody White. Romero on first now, and runners on the corners with just one out here in the third inning.
Here's that tit-for-tat response we're looking at, and see, once you get this deep into the game and each pitcher has seen each batter a couple of times, the matchup is going to heavily favor the batter, and that's going to put a stress on each team's bullpen.
Speaking of bullpens, nobody warming up in the power bullpen right now, but a plethora of arms getting moving right now. Max Weckel up and moving, Hudson Meyer, and several others. First pitch curveball falls out of the sky, and it's a strike to Olazaba. Olazaba hitting for the third time in as many innings. He's 1 for 1 today, walked in the first, had an RBI single in the second, and scored. Behind 0-1 to James Williams. Ground ball to short, fielded by Gonzalez. Flips to Dalton Thomas down to first, and they double him up to end the inning. Second inning in a row. The Power turn 2 to end the threat, but not before the Pirates put on another run. It's 6-5 going into the bottom of the third.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been...
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection. and an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
To 5 in a game that's just gone back and forth so far. Bottom of the 3rd inning, it'll be Andrew Rivas Bavacqua and Grayson Gegg. The first 3 due up against Andrew Phillips going out for his 3rd inning of work. First pitch, a fastball at the bottom of the zone, 0-1 to Rivas. He reached on an error that scored 2 in the first inning, 0 for 1 officially, but he did reach in that first inning. Second pitch, chopper down to shortstop, fielded by Walls. Off balance throw down to first base to get him. They retire Rivas, and we've got 1 out now for Garrett Bavacqua.
And Garrett Bavacqua was grounded out 6-3, the same way Andrew Rivas just grounded out to start out this bottom 3rd. And as long as there's no runner that gets on base, each batter that comes to the plate is the tying run this inning.
Bavacqua grounded out in that first inning again, and out of Lewis Clark State, had some time at St. Cloud State. He was a late addition to this power roster, but since he's got here, he's been one of the better bats in this lineup. He's got some pedigree in his lineage as he goes the other way into left field for a hit. 1 out single for Garrett Bavacqua, and now it's Grayson Gegg.
That looked like it was going to be a line out caught by Olazaba because he stuck out his glove and he wasn't really moving very fast, and I thought that's going to be very fast and easy. Instead, it whizzes past him, and his head turns as fast as the ball does. And we have the tying run on base, the leading run coming to the plate now.
But I mentioned the pedigree from Bavacqua. His father, Kurt, played 15 years in the MLB, 6 years with the Padres, amongst many others with a myriad of other teams. First pitch to Gegg. He goes after that one, lines it into center field, and we've got 2 outs. A hard line drive straight at the center field Meyer. And 2 outs in the inning for Dalton Thomas with a runner on first. Tying run in Garrett Bavacqua on the bases. We've got a 6-5 game here in the CPCL Championship. Game 2 right now, Game 3 if necessary later on today. First pitch up and in. They'll throw back down to first to check in on Bavacqua, but he's back in time. Romero to Howarth on that. It's 1-0 to Dalton Thomas, who had a sacrifice bunt in the first inning. Thomas slashes at that and fouls it off the netting behind home plate. It's 1-1.
That was a late swing too, and not only was it high and outside, but he made contact on it very late and it went backwards. Had that been in fair territory, that might be a slow roller back to the mound for out number 3.
1-1 pitch to Dalton Thomas. Grounder down the left side to third base, fielded by Ozaba. He's going to go to first and end the inning there. The first 0 put up by the power offense. We're through 3, and it's a 6-5 game.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including one mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. Oh, look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in threes at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy online or in-store today.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Top of the 4th inning here in Palm Springs, a new pitcher on the mound, and Charlie, James Williams finished it up. He kept the game in a solid spot for the Power, but now they're down behind, and he's the pitcher of record.
Yeah, he kept it within range, but he didn't have any strikeouts, and so Casey Dill wanted to make a change before more got out of hand. Here's the final line for James Williams. 1.2 innings, 24 pitches, 1 walk, no strikeouts, 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. And now, here's Richie Amavisca.
6-5 the score here in Palm Springs Stadium, in the heart of the Pirates lineup due up in the 4th inning. It's a big spot, the biggest spot of the game so far, and Casey Dill going to possibly his highest leverage arm. Richie Amavisca, who has become a bit of a hero here in late inning games and high pressure moments for the Power. First pitch, a slider that swung on and missed to Hunter Meyer. The CPCL Championship Series MVP from a year ago. He shut down the Pirates a couple days ago at UCR, and right now looking to do the same. Goes with the slider on back-to-back pitches there. It's 0-2.
And that first slider that got for strike 1 had Meyer so off balance. We haven't seen a pitch from a Power pitcher yet today to make them kind of stumble out of the batter's box on a swing.
Lined right up the middle. Nobody there for that hit by Hunter Meyer. Leadoff single, just a little blooper that one of those ones that's hit to nobody. Both infielders, Dalton Thomas and Mike Gonzalez, were played away from the base. And that one just right below Amavisca's feet, and it's a leadoff single. Mason Greenhouse stepping up to the plate now.
2 walks and 2 hits are responsible for allowing the leadoff batter to get on base for the Pirates in all 4 innings thus far.
Swing and a miss there. It's 0-1 to Greenhouse. Amavisca went with the fastball there. He's been all over the place, but a local guy who fires down to first base, and that's not in time for the diving Hunter Meyer. Grew up in Indio, went to Indio High School, graduated in 2019, spent time at Santa Barbara City College, made a stop at College of the Desert, and most recently at New Mexico Highlands. 0-1 pitch. Called a strike there. It's 0-2 now. Went to the fastball again.
Yeah, this time he's ahead at count 0-2. Does not want to go give another easy pitch for Greenhouse to get back-to-back hit and follow in the path of Hunter Meyer.
Cole Howarth waiting on deck. Darren Osterloh in the hole. No outs in the 0-2 pitch from Amavisca. Fouls it off into the park. Still 0-2.
And we don't know exactly the times of day that the Inland Valley teams play at when they're not playing the Power, but they're certainly used to playing at 4 o'clock, and the Power are not. And so there is a little bit of an advantage for them.
0-2 pitch from Amavisca. That one just barely a piece of it by Mason Greenhouse. Was a filthy one there. Right off the end of the bat, it's still 0-2. Again, nobody out, and Hunter Meyer on first base. Top of the 4th inning, a 6-5 ball game Amavisca looking to add to his decorated playoff legacy with the power. Runner going, pitch outside, and Matt Chavez didn't stand a chance there. Stolen base from Hunter Meyer as Amavisca pulled a fastball in the dirt. And it's 1-2 now with a runner on second base.
That's the second stolen base of the day from Meyer. He stole back in the first inning, but was stranded at second.
0-2 pitch. Amavisca, or 1-2 pitch. Amavisca set with his glove at his head. Now at his chest, kicks and fires, and a slider just misses the zone. It's 1-2 now, or 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a 1-run game. Nobody out here in the 4th inning. Amavisca needs a strikeout here. Looks down to second and fires again, pulled it outside again, and the counts ran full.
If you take a look at his release when the ball comes out, it's way too far over to his right and also to the right of the batter, and that's why it's out over the opposite batter's box.
His miss so far this inning has been to that glove side, and right now he needs to find the strike zone. 3-2 pitch. Caught him on the corner, a fastball for strike 3.
Greenhouse unhappy with that call, kind of walking off frustrated. He was crowding the plate, and because he was maybe less than half a foot away from being hit by that pitch, and they still call him out.
Early tension here in Palm Springs. 4th inning, a 1-run game, and Amavisca needs to put up a 0. Runner on second base is Hunter Meyer. Cole Howarth steps up to the plate. First strikeout of the day for Amavisca, and he pulls a slider out of the zone. It's 1-0. Amavisca, a couple years ago, you wouldn't have thought that he's in this spot. He almost quit baseball. Talked to Casey Dill after he was offered a scholarship to New Mexico Highlands, was basically convinced to be playing. They turned him into a pitcher over there, as that one's a called strike. And since then, he's become a weapon for the power.
He's looking to continue to be a weapon for this final day of the of the season.
Blows a fastball by him. It's strike 2 now. Counts 1-2 with 1 out in the 4th inning.
Now watch Cole Howarth, because if he goes with that fastball on the outside again, he could take a crack at this, but he's standing in the exact same spot in the batter's box as the last pitch.
1-2 pitch. Amavisca fires. Swing and a miss. He got him with the slider. 1 looking, 1 swing, and 2 strikeouts for Amavisca, and we've got 2 outs in the 4th. Darren Osterloh coming up to the plate, and that is the pitch that got him here. Again, he went over to New Mexico Highlands as a corner infielder. He came up as a middle infielder. They moved him over to third, and over at New Mexico Highlands, Coach Harry Estep saw how he moved on the mound. He saw the arm that Amavisca had, and he thought, this guy can really do well on the mound. He developed a great slider. That's a chopper to Mark Kirkland. He'll end the inning, and since he got on the mound, the rest is history for Amavisca. Going to the bottom of the 4th, Amavisca puts up a 0. It's 6-5 here in Palm Springs.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow. Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Six to 5 in the bottom of the fourth inning here in Game 2 of the CPCL Championship. Power coming into the game 27-6 on the season, but the only number that matters is they had win number 1 of the playoffs yesterday. Austin Howler, Mike Gonzalez, Miles Walton going out there for their hacks. Third at-bats of the day, as this game has gone back and forth so far. 3 runs in the first for the Power, 2 in the second to make it a 5-run game for them. 5 in the second for the Pirates, 1 in the third, and none in the fourth. Have us here at 6 to 5. First pitch, a called strike to Howler. It's 0-1. Howler on the day, 1 for 1, but he's reached both times. He walked and scored, and he scored off after that double in the second as well, and he's behind 0-2 after he fouls the pitch away down the left side.
And Phillips, there's been a little bit more of consistency with pitching for the Pirates as opposed to the Power. The Power on their third pitcher and the starting pitcher still out there.
Howler sends that one right back to Phillips, and he just sticks his glove up, kind of jogs over to first base and underhands it to Howarth. Won the putout, and Mike Gonzalez coming up now.
He looked kind of surprised that he got it so quick easily, because there have been hits that have gone on the mound past him. And so he was just like staring him down as he was halfway to first base.
A soft ground ball out of Austin Howler gives Mike Gonzalez to the plate. 1 out, nobody on, and Gonzalez fouls that one the other way. It's going to go towards our cages in right field. Good turnout today. A lot of the fans down the third base side and behind home plate, finding shade on this early start. Mike Gonzalez swings and gets a piece of that, fouls it off his foot, it looked like. It's 0-2.
Usually the shade starts creeping in around 6:30, 6:45 as the sun sets behind Mount St. Jacinto, but that's around the time this game will end, and so they'll be able to celebrate if they get the win in the shade.
0-2 pitch, runs outside. It's 1-2 now. Mike Gonzalez 0 for 1 on the day. He's got a sac bunt, and he popped out to second, but that sac bunt, a productive out. Goes the other way to second base, fielded by Osterloh. Throw down to first. Beats Gonzalez by 2 steps.
It took a little bit of a moment to make sure he had it. He saw that little hop before he had his head up to throw it over to first.
And we haven't seen that today. We haven't seen that from the Pirates in the last couple of games. There have been some defensive miscues today, or from them this season, but today a relatively clean game. Just the one error. That one hit by Andrew Rivas, and it was an E3 on the play, and the first pitch is low to Miles Walton. Again, that error by the first baseman, Howarth. Scored 2 runs, though. Miles Walton on the day, 2 for 2 and a 2 RBI single in the second. He scored a run and making a case for player of the game if the Power can pull this out.
Yeah, him and Kirkland are both making a very strong case for themselves. And
2-0 pitch, a called strike, a fastball at the bottom of the zone. It's 2-1 now. Phillips working quickly, throws the fastball again and gets a strike again. Counts even at 2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Miles Walton trying to assist inning for Mark Kirkland. Matt Chavez in the hole if one of them reaches. 2-2 pitch. Fights it off the other way. That's tailing down the right side, but that's going to go foul.
Ooh, and in our view in the press box up here, we're waiting to see it get closer to we made our call, but that looked like it could have gone fair. But as you saw, the second baseman and right fielder, they both slowed down before the ball's descent.
A last-second call that one's foul, and we'll do it again. 2-2 to the bat. That's going to go off the back netting behind home plate, and it's still 2-2. 2-2 pitch, ripped down the left side now. And again, a foul ball. 3 in a row now for Miles Walton.
Now Phillips is kind of nervous here because Walton's been able to read the pitch last couple of times. He hasn't been able to get it in fair territory, and he's just going mentally. He's going through his arsenal like, what can I throw to get this strike 3 to not allow him to get on base?
2-2 pitch down in the zone, and that's going to run the count full now. 3-2 now, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning, a 6-5 game. Power playing from behind against the Pirates. Ball 4 in the dirt, and that keeps the inning alive for Mark Kirkland.
And he was trying to get him to bite. That's why he went low and outside, because as a right-handed batter, that's kind of your bread and butter. But the issue was he didn't, and Walton wisely, he still now has an on-base percentage of 1,000 through 3 plate appearances. 2 hits and a walk.
Mark Kirkland trying to add to his tally so far. He's 2 for 2. He's scored a run. He's got an RBI single in the first that got the scoring started. He's got the fastest man on the field on first base now. 2 outs in the first pitch. Swung on and missed. He threw a changeup at him, and Kirkland couldn't get it.
Something you usually see is the outfielders kind of move back further if the hit based on which way the batter swings is likely to go towards them. But we've seen the left fielder for
second error of the game for Inland Valley, and there's runners on first and second now. Miles Walton on second, Mark Kirkland at first, and the first pitch is called a strike. It's 0-1 now. Chavez 1 for 2 on the day, flew out to right field in the second, singled in the first, and he's evened it up at 1-1 count. Out of Cal Baptist, teammates with a couple guys on this team. Cole Howarth, one of them, and a swing and a miss there. Blew the fastball by Chavez. Phillips did.
And they're saying there's a balk, and that doesn't look like that pitch will count. It'd still be 1-1, as whenever there's a balk, that pitch, if there is a pitch, it will not count. So Power getting a big break right there. They were down to their last strike of this inning. Instead, it's 1-1 and 2 runners in scoring position now.
1-2 count as they're going to count that pitch, but again, both runners do advance. Matt Chavez a little bit confused about that, and now Casey Dill might come argue his case. It was a balk. They do move both runners over, so Casey Dill's wondering why that pitch just didn't count in the first place.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you can't have that. You can't have a balk and then the corresponding pitch on that same exact balk count towards the count. And so now they're going to discuss it.
Dill got an answer that I guess he's satisfied with, but again, it doesn't look like this count is going to change unless we get a signal from our home plate umpire, but no indication that it will. So it's 1-2 count, runners on second and third now. Kirkland on second, Walton at third.
Yeah, there hasn't been an indication. He hasn't held up his two hands indicating the pitch count yet today.
1-2 pitch by Phillips. Chavez gets a hold of that one and sends it right into the Power dugout. Still 1-2.
Well, now it's definitely 1-2. There's no debating with that foul ball, even if it was already 1-2.
1-2 pitch, 2 outs. Pitch by Phillips, fouled right at the net behind home plate, and the count will stay where it is. Power hitters making Phillips work hard today. Making Phillips work hard, especially in this inning. Already 5 foul balls to extend counts. Third base playing in, the rest of the infield playing straight up. A big gap up the middle. Chavez watches a pitch in the dirt that skips away, but Walton gets the red light. It's 2-2 now.
Yeah, Chavez held up his hand, telling Walton, do not advance, it's not far enough.
Chavez was player of the game in the first game at UC Riverside. Had 2 hits, had 4 RBIs, looking for a couple right here. 2-2 pitch, goes the other way, but lines it right at Howarth at first base to end the inning. Power get a couple runners on, but none of them score. Another 0 on the board, and we stay at a 6-5 ball game. Pirates on top. We'll be right back after a break.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Heart of the ball game here, Isaiah Walls, Mark DiCarlo, and Cody White coming up for the Pirates against Richie Amavisca. Top of the 5th inning here in Game 2 of the CPCL Championship Series. Amavisca goes with the slider on the first pitch. It runs high, and the count is 1-0.
And he only had 16 pitches in his first inning. That was the 4th, and he's going to try to get through it 1, 2, 3 and throw even fewer. Give the Power a chance to respond fast.
1-0 pitch, goes back with the slider. It darts in and out of the zone. It's 2-0. Amavisca's been here before, though. What he did last season in the playoffs is the stuff of legend. He closed out both of the playoff wins, as that one's a called strike, counts 2-1. Both of the playoff wins on the road. He came in and closed out each of them. That one's fouled off. It's 2-2 now. In the first game, he came in with the bases loaded and the Power with a tie game and managed to get out of that disaster with no outs, not allowing another run to score. Chopper down to Mike Gonzalez. Off balance throw down to Mark Kirkland, who stretches but can't come up with it in time.
Yeah, that looks like a classic case of tag goes to the runner, but then late, it's the infield umpire saying, hey, he was slightly off the bag, and the coach over there, he's not entirely sure that that's the right call, but it goes his team's way.
They're going to say that Mark Kirkland got pulled off of the bag by that throw, so it's going to be an error on Mike Gonzalez. So the first runner reaches, now it's Mark DiCarlo. Amavisca once again working around traffic in the CPCL playoffs. Runners going. Mark DiCarlo goes the other way, and that's a perfect hit and run into left field. Going first to third is Walls, and there's runners on the corners now with nobody out.
Here's the thing with that, with Mark DiCarlo's hit, taking off for second and getting the steal is Isaiah Walls, and you see Mike Gonzalez move over anticipating a pickoff attempt, but the big thing was when he moved, that opened up a huge hole in between third and second, and Mike Gonzalez, it was too late for him to go back. Had he stayed where he was, that could have been a double play.
Pirates putting together a small ball masterclass here so far, and squaring up to bunt. The first pitch, Cody White pops that up. It's going to go behind home plate. He's down 0-1. Nobody out here in the fifth. Amaviska in trouble again, but we've seen him before work out of even harder situations. 0-1 pitch by Amaviska. Ground ball right back at Gonzalez. He'll take it to second himself, go down to first, and they get the double play there, but one run does score. Isaiah Walls scores from third, and it's 7-5 now.
They're back with their 2-run lead they had when they were up 5-3. And yeah, Mike Gonzalez a little frustrated with himself. He made a good double play there, but you know the throw that was ever so slightly off the bag, and then moving over to cover second, and then the ball went right where he was before.
So the first run on Amaviska's line today, but an unearned run as Ashton Romero steps up to the box and takes ball one inside. A slider by Amaviska just did not break back to the plate. Ground ball back to Gonzalez again. Long throw to Mark Kirkland, but plenty of time to get him, and they'll end the inning. 4 runners come up, 1 scores. It's 7-5 going into the bottom of the 5th. You're listening here on 1270 AM Fox Sports. We'll be right back after these words.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious.
Game 2 of the CPCL Championship here at Palm Springs Stadium. Power down 7-5. Andrew Rivas, Garrett Bavacqua, and Grayson Gegg, the first 3 due up. Stephen Buxton joined by Charlie Gonzalez here in the booth, and we welcome you all in, and thank you all for joining us here on what has been an outstanding game so far. Andrew Rivas 0 for 2 on the day. He reached once on an error and takes strike 1, a fastball in the outer half of the zone.
Yeah, Phillips is still their guy, and you mentioned it. His only time on base was because of an error. He's looking for his first hit as he's 0 for 1.
Rivas, check swing there, did not go around the check down to third, and they say he stayed put, so it's 1-1 after the curveball below the zone. 3 runs in the first for the Power, 2 in the second. No scoring since. 1-1 pitch ripped down the line. That's going to get under the glove of Howarth and into right field. Leadoff single for Andrew Rivas. And the Power trying to get something going here. Garrett Bavacqua stepping up for his 3rd time. He's got a hit today.
Yeah, tying run coming to the plate. Garrett Bavacqua was 1 for 2. He grounded out and then had that single in the 3rd, but fortunately ended there as 4 pitches later, the inning was over.
Phillips on the mound for his 5th inning of the day. On the account for all 5 of the Power runs, 3 of them earned, and a first pitch changeup does not get the zone there. It's in the right-handed batter's box. Counts 1-0. Bavacqua on the season, .435 batting average, a .500 on base, and OPS approaching 1,000. Takes strike 1 there, and the count's even at 1.
Yeah, Phillips now, he's on the mound. He's in line for the win. He must pitch at least 5 complete innings, and his team must have the lead, which they do. He's just trying to check that last box.
1-1 pitch, and a swing and a foul tip there by Garrett Bavacqua. Got a piece of Romero, but looks like he's fine, taking his time to throw it down to his pitcher, Phillips. Maybe to get him a second to catch his breath there. Looked like it got him on the chest, and our home plate umpire checking in with him as well. 1-2 the count, nobody out, and a runner on first, and Rivas, who singled to start the inning. Grayson Gegg on deck. Dalton Thomas looks like he's going to get pinch hit for, as Casey Kleinman is in the hole right now. A swing and a miss there, and Bavacqua goes down on strikes for the first time today.
Well, here comes Grayson Gegg. The last time he was at the plate, he flew out on the first pitch into center field.
Grayson Gegg getting his third at-bat of the day. He walked and scored in the second. Nothing else for him so far. Casey Kleinman on deck, Austin Haller in the hole, and Power already looking like they're going to get aggressive with the subs here. Down 2 in the 5th of the championship game.
And Dalton Thomas, he's 0 for 2, and we talked about how there might be some changes for the Pirates.
Gegg goes after that pitch, lines it into right field, and runners are going to go station to station. Andrew Rivas to second, Gegg to first, and now Casey Kleinman coming up. 1 out single for Grayson Gegg, his first of the day.
Yeah, during one of the breaks, we talked about how Darren Osterloh is the only Pirate to not be on base and through 2 plate appearances, and that remains the case after the 3 plate appearances. Dalton Thomas is 0 for 2. Casey Dill wanting to change it up a bit, sees he's not changing, and now here's Casey Kleinman.
Casey Kleinman back for round 2 with the Power, and how good has he been this season? Out of VCU, one of the best contact hitters in the country, has shown it here in Palm Springs. A season batting average over 300, and he's ahead 1-0 in the count. Takes ball 2 down and away, and the count's 2-0. Well, said he's going to be going to Japan right after the season, trying to play in the Japanese Winter League. Has been doing some tutoring, English tutoring for Japanese students in his off time this summer. He's ahead 3-0 the count.
And they'll soon be maybe, I don't know how good his Japanese is. Have you ever heard him speak it?
I have not.
Okay, maybe because they'll be.
It's good enough to teach.
Yeah, it's good enough to teach. He's teaching English to Japanese students, is what you're saying, right?
Yes.
And I'm sure they'll be returning the favor when he goes over, and he'll learn Japanese a little bit more. If he's already fluent in it, but there's always stuff to learn.
A multifaceted player who really shows that baseball isn't just the only thing in their life. 3-0 pitch and a called strike 1. Fastball just nicks the zone there. But him and Cato Kleinman, 2 of the more interesting players you'll ever meet. 3-1 pitch to Kleinman. Called strike 2 there, and Casey didn't exactly agree with that one. It looked like he was going to throw his bat down to first already, but he comes back, and the payoff pitch here gets under it, pops it up to center field. Meyer having a hard time with that one, but settles under it, and it'll be the second out of the inning. Looks like they threw that one away into the Power dugout almost. Both runners advance, and an error right there gets Andrew Rivas to third, Grayson Gegg to second, but we still got 2 outs.
It's definitely an error. I took my eyes off the field just for 1 second. Couldn't tell if that was a throwing error by the center fielder or a fielding error by the third baseman because it was in his territory. But either way, yes, the runners advance. Another big break, just like the balk they had in the last inning. Can they capitalize on it this time?
And just like clockwork, Austin Haller up again with runners on. And they're going to intentionally walk him, take the bat out of the hand, and leave it up to Mike Gonzalez. Base is loaded now. Rivas at second, the tying run in Rivas at third, tying run in Grayson Gegg at second. Austin Haller the winning run at first. Mike Gonzalez coming up to the plate.
First intentional walk we've seen in a while.
Yeah, it might be the second or third all season in games I've done. You know, because we're not always on each game together, but it's been a while since I've written IBB in my scorebook.
First pitch, a slider gets into the zone for strike one. Gonzalez 0 for 2 on the day, but just like Dalton Thomas had a sacrifice bunt in the first inning, he's behind 0-1. Bases loaded though, and that pitch outside skips out of the zone. Into the dirt, it's 1-1 now. A moment the Power would love to strike here, extend the inning, keep it going for Miles Walton, but more importantly, had a chance to tie it here. 1-1 pitch. Goes the other way, but that one's foul, strike two.
And the threshold between Haller and Gonzalez, as far as like production today and throughout the season, it's not very big. So they just said, you know, Haller has a hit today so far, and he has 2 runs scored. Mike Gonzalez doesn't have either of those. Let's just roll the dice and put Haller on base.
2 outs and a 1-2 pitch from Andrew Phillips. Fought off the other way, foul again. The biggest pitches of the game. Bases loaded for the Power. Down 2, it's 7-5 in the bottom of the 5th inning. But right now, Mike Gonzalez trying to change that. Corners, third base playing in, first base playing back. Curveball to Mike Gonzalez, rolls it over to second base. Fielded by Osterloh, throw down to first, and they end the threat there. Andrew Phillips gets out of the jam. It's 7-5 going to the 6th inning. Here on 1270 AM Fox Sports.
Like a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Top 6 in Palm Springs, Richie Amavisca still on the mound. And it'll be the top of the lineup coming up. Esteban Olazaba, Hunter Meyer, Mason Greenhouse, the first 3 due up. In a 7-5 game, Power playing from behind in Game 2 of the CPCL Championship. It's not win or go home for the Power, but it is for the Pirates, and they're playing like it so far. First pitch, a slider outside to Olazaba. And a no count, nobody on, nobody out here in the 6th inning. Second pitch, first strike, a fastball there. It's 1-1 on Olazaba. Third inning of work for Richie Amavisca, who took over for James Williams going into the 4th. He struck out 2 so far. 1-1 pitch, a big hack and a miss, and he was absolutely buckled there.
And he lost control of the bat on the swing. It kind of came out of his hand. A quick note, by the way, Casey Kleiman now playing shortstop. Mike Gonzalez move over to second. Dalton Thomas out on defense.
Swing and a miss, a perfect slider there by Amavisca. They'll throw it around, and that's his 3rd K of the day. 1 out in the 6th inning, and Hunter Meyer stepping up. He's 2 for 2 so far today. He walked in the 1st inning, a couple of stolen bases and a run. Mason Greenhouse on deck, Cole Howarth in the hole.
Chopper back to Casey Kleinman. He'll dive at it. It gets past him into into left field. Austin Haller chasing after that one, and an infield single that just gets out of the glove of Kleinman.
A quick reaction time. He did as best he could. It just wasn't enough. And the changes that we see, Thomas out, Gonzalez moving over to second, Casey Kleinman now at short. There's something about the way they've been performing that Casey Deal wants to change and see if he can bring some more momentum on defense in the Power's favor.
Gonzalez has typically been the second baseman for the Power when he's been in these games, unless he's been paired up with Isaac Rodriguez. This is actually the first time he's played second with Dalton Thomas. Usually, played short. Usually he'll play second when Thomas is in the lineup. Couple throws down to first, and Greenhouse still waiting for that first pitch to him. Amaviska gets set, gets the sign, and fires. First pitch slider hit a mile into the air above Miles Wallen. He'll take a couple steps in, and we've got 2 outs in the 6th. Cole Howarth now stepping up to the plate. Darren Osterloh, the only man who has not reached so far on deck.
And that change that we saw from Dalton Thomas to Casey Kleinman in the bottom of the order, but to their credit, Charlie Reynoso, the manager of the Pirates, he's sticking with his lineup thus far.
Cole Howarth, a Cal Baptist Lancer, takes the plate for his 4th time today. He's 1 for 3, a pair of Ks, ending his day so far. Takes ball 1 outside, and the crowd does not like that call. Matt Chavez caught the fastball, tried to dress it up a little, but does not get the call there. 1-0 count now, and Amaviska goes inside with the slider, brushes him off the plate, but the count's 2-0 now.
Something we haven't seen yet today through 5 innings is a hit by pitch. It's one of the cleaner games from both teams on the mound.
7-5 the score, 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. Amaviska throws a fastball in there, and it's swung right over by Cole Howarth, who has made the fans happy today. Today's beer batter in the stadium. He struck out twice, so the fans have had a chance for some cheap beer a couple of times.
Yeah, they're trying to do it one more time.
2-1 count, 2 outs, and that pitch goes out of the zone. Amaviska in his longest outing of the season, but he has been a starter for the Power before. Started a couple games last season where that was really his first time becoming a full-time pitcher. Came out as a two-way guy, predominantly third base, but made the switch and has been on the mound ever since. 3-1 pitch from Amaviska. Fastball above the zone, goes out of it for ball 4. Howarth on for his 2nd time today. First walk of the day by Amaviska.
And here's Darren Osterloh, like we said, is the only person in the back who has not gotten on base yet. Now's a perfect time to get your first hit.
He struck out in the 1st. He grounded out into that miraculous double play by Austin Haller, where he tagged out Mason Greenhouse at 3rd. And then he popped out to 1st. Here he is in the 6th. 2 runners on, 2 outs, and a 2-run lead. First pitch, a fastball above the zone. It's 1-0. Not much action in the Power bullpen right now. Riley Ricken walking around, but nobody warming right now. Line drive, that's going to get into the outfield past Casey Kleinman. Coming in, Garrett Bavacqua throwing down to the plate, and the throw is not in time. RBI single for Darren Osterloh. It's 8-5.
Coming in when it matters most. Not a very productive day on offense for him. And now he comes in clutch. He gives his team the biggest lead of the game they've had thus far.
3-run lead for the Pirates here in Game 2 of this championship game. Looks like Charlie Reynoso is going to make a switch here. He's getting a pinch runner out for Cole Howarth. It's number 25 on their roster.
It looks like that's Diego Orozco.
Diego Orozco taken over on the bases for Cole Howarth. Reynoso trying to add on to a 3-run lead here in the late innings. Orozco on second, Osterloh on first, Isaiah Walls at the plate. 1 for 2 on the day, pops that one up down the right side, ranging over Grayson Gegg. He'll catch that to end the inning. Pirates tag on another run. It's 8-5 going into the bottom of the 6th here in Palm Springs.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
Eight to 5 ball game here in Palm Springs, and the heart of the Power lineup due up. Andrew Phillips' day is done after 5 solid innings. He's got them in the position to win it right now, and they'll turn it over to Noe Novella. We saw him in the first game at UCR on Monday, went 1 1/3 innings, relieving for Jude Favela, who was taken out after just 4 batters and a sharp comebacker off the bat of Mark Kirkland. That made him leave the game with injury, but now Novella taking over the foreseeable future of this game. Miles Walton, Mark Kirkland, Matt Chavez due up in a 8-5 game. Game 2 of the CPCL Championship here in the bottom of the 6th.
In the final line for Phillips, 5 innings pitched, 94 pitches, 4 walks, 1 strikeout, 9 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned runs. And he's in line for the win.
First pitch to Miles Walton, a fastball called a bit of a wide strike there, but nonetheless strike 1. 0-1 count, nobody on, nobody out for the Power center fielder. 2 for 2 on the day. He's reached all 3 times with a walk and a couple of RBIs. Second pitch, a curveball falls out of the heavens, and it's strike 2. 0-2 count now.
Power held scoreless through the last 3 innings by Phillips, and they've had chances to put runners on. They stranded 2 runners in scoring position in the last 2 innings. Novella looking to get through this quicker.
Working quickly, Novella fires a fastball, but that's up and away to Walton. Counts 1-2, and right where you want to be if you're the Power. Miles Walton, Mark Kirkland, Matt Chavez due up, and the heart of the lineup, and frankly, right here, the guy who's been the best all season for the Power. Miles Walton watches a perfect slider on the side of the zone. That's strike 3 there. It's his first strikeout.
Here's Mark Kirkland.
Mark Kirkland's reached all 3 times. He's 2 for 3, but reached on an error in the 4th. Advanced to second on a balk. He's got an RBI. He's got a run scored.
This is his first time coming to the plate with empty bases, so this is unfamiliar territory for him today.
Kirkland watches a curveball settle into the zone, counts 1-0, or 0-1. Just one ball so far this inning from Novella. And we saw that in the first game at UCR on Monday. Novella threw strikes, he worked quickly, and right there, throws in an off-speed pitch that fooled Kirkland. Counts 0-2 now. Kirkland looking to get things started for the Power. It's 8-5. They're down 3 and once again in need of a late inning rally.
Yeah, Mark Kirkland, it's get on base. There's one out. You have 2 outs to work with. And ouch.
That pitch runs inside and hits Kirkland, so a free pass for him. He's reached all 4 times today. Doesn't matter how he does it. So far, every time he's gone up, Mark Kirkland's been on first.
And there's that first hit by pitch of the day, period. We went through 5.5 innings before we saw our first, and Novella he's been pounding that zone with that off-speed curveball, and it's been working wonders. But that one right there, he went outside. Mark Kirkland didn't even bother to get out of the way. He braced himself knowing he would get hit.
Matt Chavez coming up to the plate. 1 for 3 on the day, had that single in the first inning. First pitch is a fastball that's a mile outside. It's 1-0. Good job by Romero behind the plate, scooting over to keep that one in front of him. Mark Kirkland does run well at first.
Tying run on deck for the Power.
1-0 pitch up high, and it's 2-0. Pirates having nightmares about what Matt Chavez did to them the other day. He came into pinch hit in the second game. In the first game, he took it over. 2 for 3, had a walk, had 2 hits, 4 RBIs, and a run scored. In the second inning, or in the second game, came into pinch hit. That ball's outside. It's 3-0 now. Came into pinch hit for Blake Conrad, had a sacrifice fly in the 9th to tie the game. Right here, he's got Mark Kirkland on first base and a 3-run deficit. 3-0 pitch is way outside and a 4-pitch walk for the Power catcher. Matt Chavez getting his steps in as he'll go down to first. Andrew Rivas coming up, and Charlie Reynoso's going to have a meeting at the mound first.
Yeah, he may have. I don't know if he'll necessarily regret taking Phillips out, but he may have like some regrets on putting Novella in this situation. And looks like they're going to have someone come out, so that's it. He's already done.
Nobody was warming up in the Pirates bullpen, but a pitcher does come in. It's Landon Martin out of Cal State Fullerton on the mound, and he's going to get some time to warm up. Knowing Novella faces 3 batters, 2 of them reach. He's on the hook for Kirkland and Chavez on first and second. He did strike out Miles Walton, but Andrew Rivas going to have to wait for his at-bat. We'll be right back after the pitcher warms up. Again, Landon Martin on the mound now.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Power threatening here. 8-5 game in the bottom of the 6th inning. Welcome back, everybody. And a new pitcher on the mound. Noe Novello out. Landon Martin steps up to the mound out of Cal State Fullerton to face off against Andrew Rivas. Runners on first and second. Kirkland on second. Chavez on first off a couple free passes. A hit by pitch and a walk. And Andrew Rivas looking to drive him in here. He takes ball one about a foot above the zone. It's 1-0.
And yeah, those two runners on base, they're on the hook for Noe Novella, and we're going to get the final line on him as soon as they score. The inning ends.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Rivas with a 1-0 count takes strike two, and looks like he did not agree with that one. A really borderline pitch there. But the count's 1-1 now. 1 out, 2 runners on, a 3-run game. Power going for their 11th all-time championship, their 5th championship under Casey Dill, and their 3rd straight CPCL championship. Rivas skies that one a mile into the air above right field, and that ball's not caught by Greenhouse, falls to the dirt, and everybody's safe. Another error by the Pirates allows Andrew Rivas to reach first, and it's bases loaded now for Garrett Bavacqua.
Yeah, that E9, he was stared into the sun, and that is something you usually only see happen in the morning games for PSCL. But unfortunately for Greenhouse, you know, he had the right play on it. The sun blinded him, his hat fell off, and the E9 puts Andrew Rivas on base, puts Matt Chavez at second, and Mark Kirkland at third.
It was far from a routine fly ball, but it was a catch that you should make. But fighting against the sun, Greenhouse misses that one, and Bavacqua goes the other way into left field for a single. Kirkland scores. Here comes Chavez. Throw to the plate is in time to get him. A perfect throw from White in left field. Guns down Chavez. We've got 2 outs, but 1 run does score. It's 8-6. RBI single, Garrett Bavacqua.
So much to break down on that play. Well, first of all, the advance on the throw by Andrew Rivas on the throw-in, coming one base too far, was Matt Chavez. He got tagged out, and that was, I believe, a 7-2 tag out. But coming home, yeah, 1 run does score, and they pull within 2.
RBI single, Garrett Bavacqua, Grayson Gegg coming up. Runners on the corners, tying run at first, and Gegg looking for some extra bases here. Outfield playing relatively shallow, and Gegg goes the other way, but that one's going to tail foul. Late on the fastball there. It was in on the hands, but if he could have straightened that one out, it looked like they could have had Garrett Bavacqua running for days there. 8-6 game. Andrew Rivas on third, Bavacqua on first. We've got 2 outs here in the 6th. Gegg goes the other way again. It's foul again, and that one skips into the Power dugout. It's 0-2 now. Late inning drama ensuing for the Power, and they're going to need every bit of it. Down 2 runs in the 6th inning. Going to have to come back and pull off another late inning miracle if they want to win this CPCL championship in 2 games. No balls, 2 strikes. Gegg goes up the middle. That one's fielded at second base by Osterloh. He bobbles it, throws down to first. That one gets by. Rivas scores. Bavacqua goes to third. Gegg's going to try and get second, and he does. The 5th error of the game makes it a 1-run game. It's 8-7.
Yeah, that E4 results in all 3 batters, advancing a 1 run coming home, and just beating himself up there is Osterloh. And now with that, you see some of that magic that the Power have here at home field, they're getting some of it. They're pulling within one. Now what you have is the leading run in scoring position.
Biggest moment of the game right here. Casey Kleinman of Austin Haller on deck. We've got 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. Bavak with a tying run at third. Gegg the winning run at second. Kleinman at the plate. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Kleinman pinch hit for Dalton Thomas in the 5th inning. Flew out to center field. Worked a long at-bat there. Right now looking to put anything in play. 1-0 pitch up and in. It's 2-0 now. Seventh hitter of the inning, trying to move it over to the top of the Power lineup. 2-0 pitch. Kleinman, ground ball, high chopper to Walls. Long throw down to first, and that's in time to end the inning. 6-3 the putout, but the Power make it a 1-run game. 2 runs in the 6th. We're going to the 7th. It's 8-7 here in Palm Springs.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like our eat, drink, and play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Seventh inning in Palm Springs, an 8-7 game. Richie Amaviska out for his fourth inning of work, and it'll be the bottom of the lineup. 7, 8, and 9. Mark DiCarlo, Cody White, Ashton Romero, the first 3 due up, and Mark DiCarlo 2 for 3 on the day. It's been a solid day for the 7-hitter. He scored a run, 2 singles, and he grounded out to second in the second. Goes the other way on the first pitch. Blazy fly ball. Casey Kleinman ranging over into shallow left field. He'll collect that one, and we've got 1 out in the 7th.
Shielded his eyes, and it's good play, though, by Casey Kleinman because he was in the right spot to go over and make the play on time. But he also knew the direction of the sun he sees, even though he hasn't played a game here at this time of day yet this season. He knows exactly what to do. And that usually that would be in Bavakwa's territory, but he took it over instead.
Amaviska pulls out the slider on the first pitch to Cody White. It's called a strike on the edge of the zone, 0-1 count. And again, update, the only switches today for the Power. 0-1 pitches fouled off down the right side. That's going to go into the park. It's 0-2 now. Only switches of the day. Casey Kleinman took over at short, then moved Mike Gonzalez over to second. Dalton Thomas out of the game. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Beautiful slider there, just fooled Cody White. He couldn't catch up to that one, and that's another strikeout on Richie Amaviska's line. 4 on the day for the right-hander from Indio.
He had 2 runs in the last inning. Only one of them was earned of those 2, and you think, this could get out of hand, but no.
Ground ball up the middle, ranging over Casey Kleiman. That's going to split him and Mike Gonzalez for a 2-out single. And we've seen a handful of times today, Charlie, a ton of weak contact by the Pirates, but when they've hit it, there's been a lot of them up the middle like that where there's just no one there.
And one thing on that pitch, or that hit in particular, is it landed right on the edge of this of second base, meaning it kind of got a little bit of jolt of speed based on where it landed as it rolled out there. And if they had misplayed it, he could have advanced to second if something went wrong.
2 outs, a runner on first. Esteban Olazaba, the leadoff batter, coming up, and he ropes that one into deep left field, ranging back. Bavacqua will take that one himself and end the inning. One runner reaches Ashton Romero with a 2-out single, but another 0 for Richie Amavisca. 1-run game going into the bottom of the 7th. We'll stretch here in Palm Springs.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Late inning drama here in Palm Springs. Top of the lineup due up Austin Haller, Mike Gonzalez, and Miles Walton, the first 3 up for the Power, and it's a 1-run game. 8-7 the score here at Palm Springs Stadium. Power need to put up 1, 2 to win it, 1 to tie it, and no better place to start than here. First pitch, a curveball that lands into the zone. Strike 1 for Austin Haller. Haller's had an eventful day. He's 1 for 2. He had a double and scored. He's been walked once and intentionally walked in the last inning. Goes the other way, fights that one off, and that one lands into left field for a leadoff single. Second hit of the day for Austin Haller, and Mike Gonzalez has a runner on base now.
And Austin Haller, this is his first time facing a pitcher that isn't Andrew Phillips. And right now, Andrew Phillips, he's probably like worried that the win, his win, or the win in general for the Pirates is slowly slipping away.
One more run for the Power will negate that win for Andrew Phillips, but they're not worried about that. They're worried about the 2 that it takes to win. Gonzalez squaring up to bunt, shoots it down the right side, but that goes foul at the last second. Looked like a picture-perfect drag bunt there, but he can't pull it off.
Yes. That one, it was in the air for a little bit too long. The reason it was moving that direction, but had it reached ground earlier, the dirt may have kept it in fair territory.
Gonzalez 0 for 3 on the day, has a sac bunt in the first, but every out he's recorded has been a productive one, barring the out in the 4th inning where there was nobody on. But strike 1 on him now, and he shoots that one up the middle for a hit. First hit of the day for Mike Gonzalez.
2 singles start the 7th for the Power. Now it's Miles Walton. Mark Kirkland on deck, Matt Chavez in the hole, and Casey Dill has the whole bench to use except for Casey Kleinman, who he's already thrown in, but right now sticking with the starters.
And yeah, this is the first inning where the first 2 batters for the Power have gotten hits, and we've got it close a couple of times, but this is the first back-to-back hits to start out. And Charlie Reynoso now going out on the mound. There's an infield meeting. There's not going to be a pitching change. They're just going to discuss strategy as the leading run is at first in Mike Gonzalez.
And nobody warming up in the bullpen for the Pirates. This is Landon Martin's inning, but right now he's in trouble. Runners on first and second for one of the hottest hitters Palm Springs has seen. Miles Walton, a power speed threat. He's 2 for 3 on the day. He's reached 3 times, but right now he can ahead. The Cal State Fullerton Titan trying to get a strikeout here, getting an infield fly ball. He's going to need some help to get out of this inning without any damage. First pitch, a fastball blazing at the top of the zone. It's strike 1. Sun's starting to creep over the San Jacinto Mountains here in Palm Springs, and the season coming to a close soon, but Walton fights that one off. That's going to go into center field and hang up for Meyer out there. We've got 1 out in the 7th.
A couple of catches he's made in the outfield where he's had runners that he's had to throw it in quickly to stop them from advancing, and right there, Austin Haller just had way too much of a lead.
Miles Walton hit that ball hard, but it was right at the center fielder Meyer, right on a rope. But now it's Mark Kirkland. 1 out, a double play could get the Pirates out of this inning. Mark Kirkland looking to score at least a run here to tie it. First pitch in the zone for strike 1. Kirkland's reached all 4 times today. He's been hit, he's reached on an error, he's got 2 hits himself, and he's scored 2 runs. Behind 0-1 with 1 out. Second pitch, takes his feet out almost. It goes to the backstop. Both runners advance 90 feet. And more importantly, it takes out the double play.
That's exactly what you did not want if you're the Pirates, because Landon Martin, he was able to retire Miles Walton on just 2 pitches. And then there's a little bit of a pickle.
Wild pitch from Landon Martin sends Gonzalez to second, Haller to third, and Mark Kirkland at the plate ahead 2-0. Fights that one off. It's 2-1 now. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Power have the tying run 90 feet away. 2-1 pitch. Just caught the zone. The count's 2-2 now.
And Kirkland, he's 2 runs scored. He's 2 for 2, a hit by pitch and an error. But he also has an RBI and an on-base percentage of 1,000 today.
The 2-time CPCL champion did not get to play in last year's game as he was out with a shoulder injury. Watch his ball 3 outside to fill up the count. It's 3-2 now. 1 out in the 7th inning. An 8-7 ball game. Power down to the Pirates. One of the all-time greats in Palm Springs trying to put them ahead here. Payoff pitch from Martin. A ground ball, that's going to get up the middle. Gloved at short by Walls, and he's not going to get anyone out. Mark Kirkland safe with an infield single, and this is a tie game. Austin Haller scores from third. It's 8-8 now. Mark Kirkland coming through in the clutch once again.
And that hit was bounced so high and so far towards the outfield that there was no chance any of them would ever be tagged out. Unfortunately, for them, even if there was no wild pitch and the runners were still at second, that no one would have been out. But they'd still have the lead.
Matt Chavez coming up to the plate. He's got on twice today. He singled and walked. And he swings and misses at a filthy breaking ball down in the zone. It's 0-1. Still 1 out. Runners on the corners. Kirkland does run well at first. At third base, Mike Gonzalez, the winning run. Tie game 8-8 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Kirkland running, Chavez swinging, and that one's fouled off. It's 0-2.
Yeah, now Kirkland on that, he's 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI, and he could have, depending on how the rest of this inning goes, another run scored. So if the Power come back to win this game, he could be player of the game, and that'll be really a poetic sense of poetic, not so much justice, because justice usually is bad, but a poetic ending.
0-2 pitch, curveball, just slipped out of the hand, stays high above the zone. It's 1-2 now.
Storybook ending, that's the term I was trying to think of. Finally got on it.
He's had so many moments in Palm Springs. Mark Kirkland comes through for the Power again. He's at first. Gonzalez at third. Kirkland running on the pitch. Chavez lines that one right to the third baseman, Olazaba, who's going to toss it down to first. They'll double it up, but the Power tie it. 8-8 going into the 8th. It's getting interesting, folks. We'll be right back. Buckle up, everybody. We're into the thick of it.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
We're in the 8th inning here in Palm Springs. Welcome back in, everybody. I'm Stephen Buxton, joined by Charlie Gonzalez. And Richie Amavisca still working on the mound. His 5th inning out of the pen. He's at 46 pitches. And Charlie, he's been fantastic so far. Middle of the lineup due up. 2, 3, and 4 in the first pitch. Swinging. Meyer grounds it to Howler, and he throws it down to first for an out. And we've seen a lot of that out of Amavisca so far. It's been quick decisions in these at-bats.
And some, and there's never a perfect balance between the two, because to get a strikeout, you have to throw more pitches, and they are more likely to get a hit. But with a quick ground out like that, you can quickly move through the innings. Amavisca, through the 4 innings he's pitched, is averaging 11.5 pitches. He's only threw 46 from the 4th to the 7th.
Amavisca working quickly already, fires a fastball that misses arm side up and in to Mason Greenhouse.
So it's now that it's a tie game, the win for Andrew Phillips is gone. He's no longer in line for that.
Second pitch popped and driven high into there, down to right field. Chasing after that is Gegg. That's going to hit off the bottom of the wall. Greenhouse is going for 3, and he'll get there standing. 1 out, triple for Mason Greenhouse, and now it's going to be Orozco.
Actually, number 24 is Jordan Vitamontes. Orozco was just the pinch runner in the 6th for Cole Howarth, and so we're going to have Vitamontes in. And he was instrumental in the Powers' 2 losses here at home to the Pirates earlier in June.
So Cole Howarth starts this game at that cleanup spot at first base. His pinch ran for by Diego Orozco. Now it's Jordan Viramontes. He's got a runner on third in a tie game, and first pitch watches a fastball by Amavisca above the zone. It's 1-0. 1 out in the 8th. It's an 8-8 ball game. 15 hits by the Pirates, 12 by the Power. In a game we've seen a little bit of everything. Swing and a miss there on a perfect slider by Amavisca. Counts even at 1.
You know, there's some debate about pronunciation of the last name because I have people named Vitamontes in my family that R is almost like a T.
1-1 pitch goes back to the slider again, and Viramontes swings and misses at that. It's 1-2.
So there you have it, folks. Steven, we both have Hispanic heritage, by the way. He pronounces it R, I pronounce it T based on how I say it. So let us know in the YouTube stream chat or on social media which is correct.
Swing and a miss there, and Viramontes goes down on strikes. 5th strikeout of the day for Amavisca. And we've got 2 outs in the 8th. There is a player warming up in the bullpen for the Power. We'll get you the name and number for that as soon as we can. Looks like it's number 33, Hudson Myers, warming up.
I thought he was switched back to 34.
2 outs, and that pitch is fought off the other way, ranging over Mark Kirkland. He'll win the race down to first. And Richie Amavisca, if that's it, take a bow. 5 innings out of the bullpen, and he's got the Power in a tie game. 8-8. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Power trying to break through, and Amavisca is fired up.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Bottom of the 8th, and it's a tie game here in Palm Springs. Andrew Rivas, Garrett Bavacqua, Grayson Gegg, the first 3 due up. 8-8 ball game. Back out there, Landon Martin in his 3rd inning of work. Trying to keep it tied here as Rivas shoots it the other way down the line in left field. That's going to roll almost all the way to the warning track. Rivas jogging into second with a stand-up double. First pitch swinging there, and we've got a runner in scoring position, folks. Powers starting it off in the 8th, trying to take the lead.
And Amavisca, if the Power score a run here and take the lead in this bottom 8, he'll be in line for the win. We could see if he comes out and finishes or if we see Andrew Baltazar close. And we're going to get Isaac Rodriguez pinch running for Andrew Rivas.
So Rodriguez will take over that designated hitter spot if this spot in the lineup does come up, unless Casey Dill pulls out another pinch hitter. But as of now, he's on second, running for Andrew Rivas. First pitch swinging, and Garrett Bavacqua wanted to hit that ball over the mountains. 0-1 count, a tie game. Runner on second is the winning run here in Game 2 of the CPCL Championship. Power have 6 outs to play with, and that one's outside. Counts 1-1 to Bavacqua.
I was going to say, unfortunately for him, the mountains are behind us, so it'll be a really far foul ball. But
1-1 pitch. Bavacqua waiting. He's 2 for 4 on the day. He's struck out once and watches a fastball on the edge of the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Yeah, and our colleague and roaming MC tonight, Peyton Linder, is trying to hype up the crowd, and our other colleague on music, Shaden Boswell, is playing the tomahawk chop in between pitches.
1-2 pitch. Garrett Bavacqua standing at the plate. Swings and fouls that one into the Pirates dugout. Still 1-2. Gag on deck. After that, it'll be Casey Kleinman. They're going to try and get it to the top of the lineup in Austin Haller once again. Rodriguez, the winning run at second base. Power going to pull out everything here if they can. 1-2 pitch. Curveball out of the zone, and Romero had to jump up for that one. It's 2-2 now. Bavacqua struck out in the 5th inning. He grounded out in the 1st inning. A single in the 3rd, and a single in the 6th. Again, 2 for 4 with an RBI. Bavacqua watches a fastball inside, and the count's 3-2 now. Another RBI here would be the biggest one for him, and the biggest one of the season for the Power. Final day of the regular season, Game 1 of a potential doubleheader for the CPCL Championship. Payoff pitch goes the other way. That's going to get into left field for a hit. They're going to put up the stop sign for Isaac Rodriguez. And back-to-back runners reach. Runners on the corners now. Garrett Bavacqua on first. Isaac Rodriguez on third. And there's going to be a pinch runner. Keaton Nadeau coming in. I said it, Charlie. Casey Dill's going to pull out every card in the book. Going to some of the fastest guys on this team. Garrett Bavacqua's day is over, but he goes down a hero so far. 3 for 5 on the day. He's got an RBI. He's got 3 singles. And right now he's represented on first by Keaton Nadeau. Grayson Gegg, the left-handed batter, coming up to the plate. He's reached 3 of 4 times. He's 1 for 3, and he fouls that pitch off. Over to the backstop. It's 0-1.
And Landon Martin, came in. If he stays in and the Pirates go down a run, he'll be in line for the loss. He does not want to be that losing pitcher in an elimination game. And that quick change to take out Noe Novella after just 11 pitches may be the difference between their season ending in victory or defeat.
And in a jam here, runners in on the corners, nobody out in the 8th inning. Charlie Reynoso has nobody in the bullpen. Nobody warming up, nobody even walking around. It's a barren wasteland down there. 0-1 count to Grayson Gegg. He watches it in the dirt and inside. Counts even at 1. Good job by Romero, who has been working hard back there. Again, Power, 6 outs to work with here. It's a tie game in the 8th. If they can play Isaac Rodriguez at third, they'll just need 3 outs for a third CPCL championship. Gegg fires that one up in the air, down the third base line, and an incredible effort by Olazaba to catch that one right up against the wall behind the media well. We've got 1 out in the 8th. A lot of foul territory here down the lines in Palm Springs Stadium, and Esteban Olazaba used every inch of it. Now Casey Kleinman coming up and trying to get a hit on the board today. He's 0 for 2. He's put both balls in play. But right now, the only thing that matters is Isaac Rodriguez 90 feet away. One out, and Kleinman squaring up to Bunny, pulls it back, and the first baseman for the Pirates, Howarth, or that's not Howarth, that's Veramontes, scrambling in case that one was put in play. One 1-0 pitch. Kleinman pulls it back, hits it down to third base. They're going to throw down to first to take the guaranteed out. So a productive out as Nato moves over to second. But we've got 2 outs now, and it'll move it over to Austin Howler.
And wisely, Isaac Rodriguez did not make the mistake we saw earlier in the game with being too far off the bag. Instead, the third baseman just going over and tagging him. Olazaba kept an eye on him, saw that he wasn't advancing, just took the guaranteed out, but 2 runners in scoring position.
And Austin Howler getting the second intentional walk of the day. Second one for him, the only 2 being for him. He's reached 5 of 6 times today. Now it's Mike Gonzalez coming up. Gonzalez had his first hit in the 7th inning. Has had a bunch of productive outs, including a sacrifice bunt in the first, but right now needs to get it into the outfield. Behind 0-1 after a fastball by Landon Martin. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, an 8-8 tie ball game here in Palm Springs. Bottom of the 8th inning. Second pitch in the dirt, glove by Romero. A good save there, that saves a run. Rodriguez at third, Nato at second, Austin Howler at first, Mike Gonzalez at the plate. Buckle up, everybody, here in Palm Springs. We're into crunch time. 1-1 pitch. Popped up behind home plate, going back for Romero, and that one stays in play to end the inning. We're going to the 9th inning. It's a tie game. And we'll see what happens on the mound for the Power. 8-8 tie. And it looks like Richie Amavisca going back onto the mound for his 6th inning of work.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team.
Ninth inning here at Palm Springs Stadium. Welcome back, everybody. Here in Palm Springs, Richie Amavisca going full Ironman mode now. Going for his 6th inning of work out of the bullpen. Mark DiCarlo, Cody White, and Ashton Romero, the first 3 due up. First pitch by Amavisca, a called strike at the top of the zone. There is a defensive change. Bavacqua is out of the game. Now it is Keaton Nato who pinch ran for him. Bavacqua goes down after a productive day with 3 hits and 5 at-bats. He reached 4 times. Or reached 3 times. But right now, the story of the game, Richie Amavisca at the plate. 0-2 pitch, and that one just barely off the bat of Isaiah Walls.
Yeah, Isaiah Walls, this is his 3rd time facing Amavisca. Hasn't got hit off him. He got on base because of an error. Then he flew out to right to end the 6th inning. So it's really going to be who gets this next one.
the MVP of last season's CPCL Championship Series, out here for his 6th inning of work out of the pen, and he gets him looking there. 6 strikeouts on the day for Richie Amaviska. A perfect fastball on the corner of the zone sends down Isaiah Walls.
And something to keep in mind, there's a lot of Pirates fans who made the trip out here for this game, and so you hear a lot of cheers and you hear a lot of, oh, what? You heard it kind of sound like 50-50 on that.
Mark DiCarlo coming up to the plate, his 5th at-bat of the day. He's got 1 hit. He did score that time. And right now, he's ahead 1-0. A fastball missed the outer half of the plate for Amaviska. Righty-lefty matchup here. Amaviska working quickly. Buries a slider, and that one's fouled off and almost took out the on-deck batter, Cody White. White's going to step over, give our home plate umpire the ball back, and run back to his on-deck spot. 1-1 count, 1 out. Top of the 9th inning in the CPCL championship game. Swing and a miss on a slider there. It's a 1-2 count. Crowd trying to rally for Amaviska here. The bench is locked in, and Amaviska doing what he does best. 1-2 pitch. Poked off the end of the bat. That's going to stay foul. It's still 1-2.
You know what I just noticed in the stands is because we always play the tomahawk chop, which is usually associated with Florida State. I saw a few fans down there doing the Florida Gators chomp. They're trying to represent the swamp.
1-2 pitch to from Amaviska. Firing a fastball, rope down the line, but that's going to go foul. Still 1-2. I talked to Amaviska earlier this week, and I told him, like, what is it with you when it's not a playoff game, when it's not the game on the line? It seems like it's a little more relaxed. 1-2 pitch. Matt Chavez was ready to throw that one around, but the slider did not come back into the zone. It's 2-2. But he told me it's just he's got that extra focus, that extra adrenaline, and everything sharpens up a bit, and you can see it here. 2-2 pitch from Amaviska. Drilled into left center field, racing over. Miles Walton comes over, and that's the 2nd out.
If you will, he has that X factor.
If it's that X factor, if it's the ice in his veins, if it's just living for the moment. I said this during the games against at UCR. Some people shy away from the moment. Some people are fine with the moment. And then there's Richie Amaviska, that special kind who lives for the moment, is made for the moment. Luke Madur coming in to replace Cody White. And Amaviska trying to shut the door in the 9th. 2 outs, Amaviska on the mound in his 6th inning of work. A slider on the outer half of the plate, ball 1. 1-0 count.
And Luke Madur, he's pinch hitting for Cody White, who's in left field. We'll see if it's a straight switch when we come back, because we saw Cody White helping out the umpire with extra baseballs just now.
1-1 count after a called strike there. Amaviska goes back with the slider, and that's into left field for a hit. 2-out single for Luke Madur, and keeps the inning alive for Ashton Romero.
Keep in mind, something that's a really good awareness is Keaton Nato. He's coming closer into the infield than away from the warning track. A little bit of a change than we saw from Bavacqua, and that helped it right there, because if he was too far out, he could have probably advanced to second.
Ashton Romero, the catcher, takes his 5th at-bat of the day and takes ball 1. Down and away, a slider by Amaviska. Romero 3 for 4 today. He's got a double, 2 singles. He scored a run. And right now, they're going to say that Amaviska balked there. They'll send Madur over to second base on the first balk of the season by Richie Amaviska. Second balk of the game, first one for the Power. They've got Andrew Baltazar, Amaviska's college teammate, warming up in the pen, but Power hoping it doesn't get there, and it probably won't here. Fly ball into right field, working over to that Grayson Gagan, Richie Amavisca threw 6 innings out of the bullpen, and the Power have it tied going into the 9th inning.
This is coming down to the wire. What other way would you have it, folks?
9th inning of Game 2 of the championship series. Power have the chance to walk it off. Miles Walton, Mark Kirkland, Matt Chavez, the first 3 due up. We'll be right back after a break. Stay tuned, folks. We're in for some action.
Like a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
The stuff storybooks are written about, the stuff dreams are made of. Bottom of the 9th inning here in Palm Springs. Thick of it for the Power. Miles Walton, Mark Kirkland, Matt Chavez as of now due up. Cato Kleinman has a bat in his hand. Looks like he might be hitting for Isaac Rodriguez. And Landon Martin back out there on the mound. First pitch, a curveball in there for strike 1. Miles Walton's had a good day at the plate. He's 2 for 4. He's got a walk. He's reached 3 times and he's scored once. A pair of RBIs in the 2nd inning. Him and Mark Kirkland had done the bulk of the production today. 0-1 pitch. Just on the outer half of the plate and pulled back in by Romero for strike 1.
Yeah, it's what's the telling story right now is the Inland Valley Pirates. They're keep sticking with Landon Martin, who their 3-run lead dissipated while he was pitching. They trust him.
0-2 the count, and Miles Walton fouls that one off. Bottom of the 9th inning, 8-8 ball game. Again, Walton, Kirkland on deck, Matt Chavez in the hold. We probably see Cato Kleinman coming up pretty soon, though. The Power have one walk-off win here this season. It was on 4th of July by Cato Kleinman. That scored Andrew Rivas.
It was against the PSCL All-Stars, a game in which they led 3-0. At not one point did the Power have the lead until the very end when they won.
1-2 pitch. Miles Walton goes to the right center field with that. That's going to roll to the wall. How fast can Miles Walton run? Going for third, and he's going to be in there safely. Leadoff triple for Miles Walton.
Winning run 90 feet away. The three-peat 90 feet away. And this is where the Inland Valley Pirates are in a lot of trouble. And yes, you're standing up, you're recording it on your phone. Why don't I join you, Steven? How does that sound, huh?
How fitting could this be? Mark Kirkland in his first pitch, swing and a foul ball down the line. He drove in a couple runs in the All-Star game. He's up near the top of the leaderboards for all-time stats for power hitters. He's been here since 2021. One of the fan favorites around here, one of the nicest people you'll meet. And he's got Miles Walton at third base. No outs, bottom of the 9th inning. Mark Kirkland, who drove in the winning run in the last home games and the season, sends that one foul. It's 1-2 now.
Yeah, he has player of the game almost on lock, and this will seal it. If there's any doubt that he could be player of the game, it's what happens right here.
1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Landon Martin needs to dig deep. Kirkland sends that one into the air, into right field. That's going to land in the glove of Greenhouse, and it is not deep enough to score Miles Walton. They're going to keep him at third, and we've got one out.
Good idea to play it safe. You know, it looked like he had time, and had that ball dropped, it would have been game over, because we've already seen Greenhouse drop a ball out there due to the sun. But now it's up to Matt Chavez.
Matt Chavez up. Again, a runner on third base in Miles Walton. Just one out in the ninth inning. Tie game, and Charlie Reynoso coming out, and he's going to intentionally walk Chavez to set up the double play. And tell me if you've seen this before, folks. Miles Walton at third base. Cato Kleinman at the plate. Same exact scenario as there was in the PSCL All-Star Game on July 4th. Cato Kleinman coming up to the plate. We've got one out, winning run 90 feet away. The Power back-to-back CPCL champions. 10 championships in their history. 4 under Casey Dill. Kleinman shoots a bunt attempt and doesn't connect with it. It's 0-1. Power reached their 700th franchise win this season. Casey Dill reached his 600th win this season as a manager. And what a fitting way to end it. They walked it off on a home run from Noah Blythe last year at Azusa Pacific. Right now, Cato Kleinman can be a swings and fouls that one off. It's 0-2. The entire Power bench is on their feet. Cato Kleinman in another big spot here in 2025. Second stint with the Power. First one in 2021. 0-2 pitch. Up in the air, shallow left field. Coming.
Yeah, Pirates not going down without a fight. And you were talking about how the entire Power dugout is on their feet. Well, the Pirates, they're sitting down. They're comfortable, hoping that they force extra innings here.
Now it looks like there's going to be another pinch hitter, Blake Conrad, coming up. And Conrad, the batting average isn't where he wants it to, but the last 2 weeks or so has hit really well. He had a couple hits his last time out. He's had hits and but right now could erase everything on the season. The pitchers love him. The whole team loves him, and he's got the winning run 90 feet away. Matt Chavez running on the first pitch, and he'll take that one standing up, no throw. It's 1-0. Blake Conrad out of St. Mary's could cap off a summer to remember here in Palm Springs. 1-0 pitch up the middle. That's going to get through for a hit. Here comes Miles Walton. Blake Conrad sends the Power home champions. Make it 3 in a row. 2023, 2024, and this time 2025 at home. Blake Conrad walks it off to win it. 9-8 in 9 innings here in Palm Springs.
What a game. You know, we're looking like it was going to go back and forth now, and this is one of the closest games this year. The Power end the streak of the road team winning every single game. They're three-peat. They still haven't been dethroned as CPCL champions. Congratulations.
11th championship in franchise history. The third CPCL championship in franchise history. The 5th championship under Casey Dill. The Power walk it off for the 2nd year in a row. This time it's Blake Conrad finishing the job. Pinch hit, walk-off single in the 9th inning. Blake Conrad wins it for the Power, scoring Miles Walton in what's almost an identical finish to the 4th of July game where they walked it off with Miles Walton at third base. The winning pitcher on the day, Richie Amavisca, 6 brilliant innings out of the bullpen. The loss is going to go to Landon Martin. And Charlie, a game for the ages. 4 lead changes today. 3 runs in the first inning for the Power. They started off, then 5 in the second for the Pirates. Power answered with 2 more in the second to tie it up. Legends broke that tie in the 3rd inning and went scoreless till the 5th when the Legends added another run. 1 more in the 6th by the Legends to answer it in the 6th in the bottom of that frame for the Power. And then the final blow. Walk-off single in the 9th inning. Blake Conrad wins it for the Power.
Well, Steven, it's been a pleasure working and calling games with you this summer. And now I got to go down to the field and have our chat with the player of the game, Mark Kirkland.
Charlie, for yourself, for the entire broadcasting team, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been an incredible summer. Get down there, go talk to Blake Conrad, the winning RBI in today's game. And the Power on the field celebrating, hoisting that championship trophy in front of the home crowd for the first time in a couple years.
Uh-oh,
We've
look
got
out.
a player coming in with a water jug. He's chasing after
he's
Andrew
looking after
Starkey.
Oh, he missed him.
He almost got Starkey there for his 2nd ice bath of the season. The 11th championship for Andrew Starkey, the 11th championship for the Power, and for myself, for you, Charlie Gonzalez, for Johnny Maldonado, Zach Durham, Justin Lee, all the broadcasters here who make this possible, for all the interns, all 20 of us, for the front office, for Andrew Starkey on the field right now, Justin Reschke, Tyler Hughes. We've got Griffin McDaniel, everyone who makes this possible. It's been a fantastic season. It's been an incredible ride. From the bottom of my heart, I can't thank everyone who tunes into these games, who makes this all possible, for all the support, for everything throughout this season, and the Power making it all worth it here. Walk-off win, Blake Conrad in the 9th inning to win it at home.
And let's give a shout out to a radio station manager here in Palm Springs, Brian Arrington, to get this partnership, get us out over the airwaves, simulcast on YouTube, and so people can hear us in the car wherever they are. It's been a blast being out over the airwaves by FCC, being on that format. It's a lot of fun, hasn't it been, Steven?
It's been an absolute blast. And for one last time, whether you're in the stadium, whether you're on YouTube or on 1270 AM Fox Sports, we say goodbye and thank you for joining us. It's been an absolute honor and privilege. For one last time in 2025, Power win it 9-8 over the Inland Valley Pirates. A walk-off win to win the championship.